Greens.
Listen to it again. YouTube couldn't hear it. I love this. So I could listen to it all night. We do have a guest, but let's do it again later, maybe.
Right between the eyes, sucker, take your medicine. Get them in the light. We can take it in stride, beautiful. Or you can take it right between the eyes, sucker, and take your medicine.
Craigs, men, Happy New Year. Welcome up to my show. What is your age and religion?
I am 20 and I'm Orthodox.
All right. What brings you up to my stage?
It's just, I find the image of throwing the Bible away to be somewhat bad faith.
Okay, so it's more of like a critique of
throwing away your religion.
It's like a critique.
Yes.
It's like a tone policing sort of thing. It's like why you're here.
It's more so. Why do you feel such need to throw it away?
I don't see any value in it. I see it as a tool of control, and I think it would be useful maybe in a library or like in a museum. There's value in it in like as a historic artifact and a thing that we have had in the past and we're leaving behind. But I don't see any value in having it like around.
I have very thin walls in my apartment, so if you hear background noise, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. There's a bit
of
of talking. These walls are paper thin.
Yeah, my walls are thin.
Everyone hears every little sound.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my voice down so my neighbors don't, find reason to call the cops on me,
Wait, why don't you call the cops on them? They're being loud. Why do you gotta be quiet?
Wanted cops.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Don't call the cops. How are you doing though? What else do you what are you gonna say? You don't like that it's on the background?
Well, no, not even that. It's just, yeah, I see where you're coming from the perspective of, okay, yeah, it's something of the past. We should just leave it behind. But without Christianity and Abrahamic religions as a whole, right? Without them, we probably wouldn't be where we were today. We'd
be so much better off. We'd be so much better off in so many ways.
Okay, if all Abrahamic religions did not become more than what they are, right? Mm-hmm. They were destroyed in their infancy, right? Mm-hmm. Our medical science would be probably centuries back.
Why do you believe that?
Without the creation of Islam.
Why do you believe that?
Because the amount of stuff that Islam has provided to the medical world.
Well, how did they provide it?
By researching it.
Using the Quran?
It's through their practice of God to make medicine.
What does that have to do with Islam? They made medicine?
It's an Abrahamic religion.
Do you think the scientists that are atheists mean that we should, look at that and say, well, only the atheists so much? It's doing so much better than God, in fact. Not. Why not? Why obviously not? Why are you appealing to it, but I can't?
it's I'm not saying that atheists have not done a lot for this world. They have. They certainly
So you're
have.
making a genetic fallacy on, right? So you're saying that these things are good and it's because of the religions. I think it's in spite of the religions. I think we may be better off if we didn't have those religions, but we can't know. We had that. We had that
Okay.
shitty stuff in the past, right? That held us back and actually pushed us forward.
Okay, I'm going to need to ask you a few questions before I continue this line of dialogue.
Okay, I'm on
thinking
trial.
where I want to take this.
I'm putting my hand on the Satanic Bible.
Put you on. All right. Do you know
I'm
much
sorry,
about
it's
the
kind of like
Crusades?
it's like a show. It's like I'm doing a show, so I'm trying to be funny.
Yeah. All right.
I know, might not be. I'm
put your
sorry,
hand
everyone.
on the
It's not
Satanic
working. I know it's
Bible.
not good. I'm not good at being funny, but I'm trying. Just got to give me that.
All right. And put your left hand on the Satanic Bible, and place your hand on the ass cheek of your neighbor.
Okay.
Now, how much do you know about the Crusades?
About the Crusades, I don't know a whole lot. I believe it was initiated by the religion, right? But I don't know much else about it, honestly.
Okay. So you know about the Dark Ages, right? The period of Europe where it was just bad and gloomy.
Yeah, it was bad weather the whole time. Wait,
Not
it's still
bad
that
weather,
way.
but
No,
well,
right.
yeah, it's Europe. It's Europe.
I mean,
so
bad
what
and
do you
bad and
expect?
gloomy doesn't describe like what was going on, right? It was like repressed.
Much more of so I don't like Islam, right? But I'm not going to want people who follow that religion to just pass away. No, I want them to reform themselves.
If you threw away
and
the Bible,
if
would
they
you
still
die?
believe-
Why are you going on this tangent? I don't want you to
Well-
pass away.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to pass away. I want people to learn more. Because Christians, and this goes for white people in general, it's the very minority that keeps all of us down. They keep somehow getting the talking stick, and we're somehow all supposed to go with them. Because I've been on lives talking with black people, having rational conversations about communism and stuff, And before me and during my conversation, there's a white Southern guy that comes up and saying the N-word a whole bunch. No, thank you. I'm a Southern guy as well. But I don't come up here and I don't call you the N-word or anybody else, because that's not premise to say that upon.
If you
There's
think
no
there
reason
would be
for
a
me
good,
to say it.
I guess there are reasons, right? I guess there are good, valid reasons. I don't have any. I don't think I can ever have any, but other people might.
Obviously, I don't know everything about my religion. I automatically turn my nose up at people who say they know everything on a certain religion that isn't fictional,
Those people are awful, and that's why they're not here, and why I'm talking to you. Because I know that you're ready to leave. I know that you're ready to admit that you don't know your God. And when you find out who your God is, you're ready to leave him. What can I do to put you in an atheism today?
Except atheism, for me, just doesn't work for the fact that we know that there is a time before the Big Bang, right?
I don't know.
The entire universe.
We know there was
the entire universe
probably a time before,
much as
but we don't know what
like,
was before it. So
yeah, because all we know is that all atoms technically are 16 billion years old.
Okay.
All atoms on Earth today, right?
Okay.
So if they're that old, that means that there must have been something before it, right? And
maybe. If they're that old, doesn't it mean that that's the beginning? Or
yes,
do we not know how old they are?
We know that they are 16 billion years old. That would mean that there is a beginning. and that
Does
we
that
know that the
only
Milky Way galaxy.
does that only mean that that's as far back as we can go, or does it mean that's where they began?
Honestly, with how science is improving, we do not tell you for sure. All I
Okay.
can tell you is the information that I personally know. And
Okay.
if anybody in the chat wants to disprove me, I'll happily take it.
Okay. I'm open to either way. Okay,
Yes, but
we can jump
just
ahead. We can
say,
jump ahead. I don't believe the Christian God exists at all. I can disprove the Christian God immediately. We can talk about a deity if you want. I'm open to that, but yeah, Yahweh, right off the table, doesn't exist. I want to say also, Christ Before Jesus, CBJ was here. I don't know if they're still here, but if you are, everyone should follow CBJ, Christ Before Jesus. They're doing really incredible work. I have been learning a lot about the probable non-existence of Jesus and Paul, and they talk about it like every morning, and they're so knowledgeable. But I'm not knowledgeable enough, so I'm still unsure about the existence.
And neither am I to really make an argument on that. But I can stand down and say that I believe my religion is right, based off of the knowledge that I know. There may be knowledge in the future that makes me not want to be in my religion anymore.
Is that knowledge
I'm
that
not
you
gonna
can pass
say-
on? Is that knowledge you can pass on to others, or is it only knowledge that you can
There's
have?
Well, see, I'm not very good with my words unless it's me creating a fantasy universe, you know? But what I can really
Makes sense.
explain is, in the beginning, before the Big Bang, there was nothing but God, or the Father. The Father created the Son, aka Jesus, to have mercy upon. The Father is all, and he created the Son to have mercy upon. Then he decided, hey,
I don't think
if
the
I
Son
can
is
create
created.
Son,
Does it say that
Yes,
Jesus is
it is.
created?
well, the
Are you
fact that
talking
he
about
was
this
born of
S-U-N?
flesh,
Yes, the man Jesus, but God did not create Jesus. Like, Jesus is supposedly God, is he not?
he is, but he isn't. They are all three, but not separate. You know,
Right, so
The
was he
Trinity.
created, or was he eternal? Do you see how you do not know the God that you
Yes
service?
and
That you worship? Oh my.
Yes, the
Succubus,
Father
we're
and
gonna
the
you're
Son
gonna
are
kick out of that.
separate but together.
Right, so Jesus was not created. You said a misspeak, I guess. I don't know. You said God
No,
was the
I know
beginning
he
and then
was
created.
created by the Father. You know, because if he's the Son, that means that the Father must have created the Son.
Are you just jumping
And the
ahead?
Holy Spirit as
You're just
well.
jumping ahead like 1,000 or what's? It's 6,000 years back, and so it's like 4. When does it get to the beginning? Anyway, you're just jumping ahead. You're saying in the beginning was God, and then stuff happened that you elided and you did not explain, and then you said, and then he created the Son. It was confusing because that's not the order of what any of the book
because
says.
in the beginning, well,
Yeah, so when you say in the beginning and then you
there was
follow it up
God.
with God created the Son, it's not true. He didn't create the Son in the beginning. That's what we're arguing about. Do you get it?
In the beginning of our universe. Yeah, he created our universe. in
Show me the
beginning of our
fucking
universe.
scripture that says he created the Son in the beginning.
Well, can you put 2 and 2 together? I mean, it's really simple here. Like, if I imply that, I don't know, I was gay, right? It's like, you've seen Stranger Things,
They
right?
always go to this. They're so closeted. I've seen the first. I haven't seen the last season that came out.
You know that Will is homo, right?
Like Homo sapiens.
He's,
We're all Homo sapiens, I think.
Homosexual. Yes, we are
I
all
see. You're just kind of like
Homo sapien.
you're like a bigot.
Yes,
So
but
you're like afraid of the
no,
word.
no, it's not even that. No, no, it's just like, I don't want to get taken down or anything, you know. Okay, I'm not afraid of the word. No, not at all. He's a homosexual, right? You could see that from a country mile away, right?
I'm not really sure.
It's implied, though.
Is the character?
Yes, the character Will from Stranger Things.
Okay, I vaguely remember that. So When you say you can see that from 100 miles away, do you believe that show is fiction or reality?
Fiction. But if
Right.
we
So
can
I
put
don't
two and
think you
two
should try to
together
use
for
it for
that.
whatever analogy you're going to use, because like you're on thin ice. You're on thin walls.
Wow. On wood, I guess.
I'm not the one bringing up gay people, but I am one of them, and I'd like you to like watch your step. Like I don't know what you're going to say,
I'm watching my step.
and I'm watching it harder.
Oh no, I'm not going to say that you're all this.
You don't have to say what you're not going to
You live
say.
your
You
life.
don't have to say what you're not going to say. Just get to your point. If you can make it without an analogy that involves gay people, I'd appreciate it. But if you have to do it, I understand. You're probably very closeted.
Okay. Lord have mercy. So, Pokemon, first example.
Excellent example.
So, we can we all know that Charmander evolves into Charizard, right?
Absolutely. It's common sense.
Right. But the people who first came up Pokemon, right, in that universe thousands of years back, right, for them, they did not know what Charmander would evolve into, right?
Yeah, they didn't know the future.
Yes. But when you see them together and you put the middle evolution, Charmeleon, my favorite out of the line.
Everyone's favorite.
Yes, Charmeleon is great. Everybody loves him. But if you can put all three of them in a line, right? You can kind of infer that that's what's going to happen to your little Charmeleon. I forgot the beginning evolution. Oh Lord.
Charimo, Charkamon.
The little cute guy.
Charkamon.
Yeah, Charkamon. Sure. If we put all three of them into a line, we can kind of infer, right?
Mm-hmm.
With kind of how they speak, their name.
Okay.
So, if the father, if it's named
Cocomelon, that's it. Cocomelon, thank you.
So, if there's a father, right, and there's a son, how else are you supposed to interpret that except for God created the son?
So Jesus is like the evolution of God. He's like evolving, Pokemoning. Let me ask you this. Hard question. YouTube has a hard-hitting question. Do they beat Bulbasaur? Do they beat Bulbasaur?
Does God beat Bulbasaur? I sure do hope so.
Charizard. Does Charizard any of the Chars beat Bulbasaur?
What level's the Bulbasaur?
What level is the Bulbasaur? It's an excellent question.
And what level is the Charizard?
You decide.
If it's a level 3 Charizard, and a level 100 Bulbasaur, the Bulbasaur is winning. If it's on an even playing field, just the fact that
all things being equal,
Charizard is a fully evolved Pokemon. And the higher base stat total, and if it's like 50 XP, they're at 50, right? Both of them. Charizard is winning just on the base of him being a fully evolved Pokemon.
Schle's rebunking this.
Rebunking what?
I don't know, but it's been rebunked. I saw it in the chat. I thought you'd know what that meant.
Well, I'm not
seeing
anything new in the chat.
Like a Pokemon. I thought it might have been a Pokemon thing. Succabussy, you don't like the Pokemon talk?
Oh, I like Pokemon.
No, sorry.
My
YouTube chat's maybe not enjoying it as much as we are.
No, I can't see your YouTube chat, so I'm wondering what? Huh?
I know.
Because I'm over.
I understand. It's rude to you, but it's great for them. They love it.
No, it's not rude to me. I'm just wondering. Huh?
Oh, I did not
Anyway,
mean that in any way. I just meant it is. Like, it's weird to suddenly stop talking to you and engaging with you. I understand. It's something I want to do
yeah.
less of, but I'm drawn by greed. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
because I love
No
my YouTube
human
chat.
is
Because I love
without
my
sin.
YouTube chat.
No human is without sin, I guess.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because, like,
But I'm a shark.
this is why I don't like Islam, saying that, oh, prophets cannot sin, right? Jesus cannot sin, for he is divine, you know. He can make mistakes, but he cannot sin. But a prophet like Luke, right? He can sin, for he is still mortal man. He is not
wise words.
He is not, you know.
What was
He
you've
can
been here for
still
20
sin.
minutes? What is the point? What is your point?
The point is, I've lost the plot.
It's great. I'm having a good New Year. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. You know.
I'm hearing some rabble rousing from the chat. This guy sucks Pokeballs.
Pokeballs.
Is that good? Pokeballs are good, right? Is it good to suck them? I don't know.
No, you don't suck them. That's where you store the Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, don't suck the Pokemon.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of like real. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that. You know what? No, I'm not gonna go down that route. No, I refuse.
Krigsman, why won't you get real? Why won't you get real? You got 10 minutes to get out of this cult. Come on, I'm here with the lifeline. Are you ready to change your life?
You know, you should really be saying this to somebody of the Islamic religion and not me.
I don't know enough
that
about...
is a true cult if I've ever
no,
seen
here's
one.
Here's the problem, Krigsman. I don't know enough about it. I don't think I can get him out. I know a lot about this cult. I can get people out.
Yeah, well, then again, you're not familiar with an Orthodox. You're probably more Protestants or Catholics.
Well, maybe you'll get me in.
Okay. So,
what about my 6, 7, man?
Okay. I'm still learning a lot, and I'm not really great with my words, as you probably can already guess, but...
Start with why you worship the god. Start there.
Why do I worship?
Yeah.
Well, I've had an experience recent in my life that has pushed me into the direction of believing that God is real.
Okay. Is this an experience? Is this an experience that's only believable to you, or do you think this would convince other people by hearing about it?
I mean, it would have to depend on the person and how far they are along the path of being saved by Jesus.
How far along do you think you were along the path when you had this experience?
Pretty close.
Pretty close along
But
the
I
path.
don't know if almost losing my arm is really a good point, you know? So, what I'm going to say is 2 artards with a 12 gauge. You can probably guess what happened.
If you what?
So, 2 retards with a 12 gauge shotgun.
What the hell's wrong with you? I'm sorry, everyone. That went off the rails. Hey,
so long.
I know everyone gets 30 minutes. I don't know what to tell you. 30 minutes in heaven or hell, your choice.
Okay. Okay. What were we even arguing about?
Well, I think that it's time for Christians to get real. It's 2026. It's time to join me in reality. Oh, hold on. Oh man, hold on.
What's your reality?
I should be doing this when I say that. Hold on. You should join me in reality. Thank you for the applause.
Okay.
Hold the applause.
Okay, I will.
Okay. Why do you sound like you're eternally out of breath?
That made me that guy before me. Oh, that was so bad.
Oh, that was so bad.
I mean, I agree.
My-
We get all kinds.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. What was the argument that you should join me in reality? I should join you in reality.
Yeah.
So, why do you think that Christianity and religion is not in reality?
Well, let's see. It seems to be predicated on the idea that a God exists. Doesn't seem to exist. That right there seems like a big
Yes.
problem. But then it also seems to be like expects that there should be magic and miracles and things happening. That's not happening. So there's like even more evidence that it's not real. And then like thirdly, it just also says a lot of things that are not true about how you should live your life. So like in a practical sense, it's just not even useful there.
Okay. So, do you believe that how you should live your life is subjective to every person's like ideas?
How you should live your life. Do I believe that how one should live their life is subjected to every person's ideas? I don't know that it way. Is that what you mean?
Sorry, I have bad Wi-Fi. What?
Well, I'm not sure if you're asking like if I believe it as in like it's what I desire, or if you mean like it's how it is. Does that make sense?
Do you believe that yeah, that makes sense. But do you believe that the way a person should live their life is subject to their own views and how they view the world?
The way they should live their life? I suppose. I don't think there's any other way to only in that there's no other way to do it. So yes.
Okay. Wow. I'm sorry. My brain isn't working.
I mean, maybe I misunderstand the question because I don't know how else I can live my life except for subjectively. I don't know anyone else's experience. I don't know how to set my goals according to somebody else's like inner goals. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was saying, do you think that a person's morals and how they like view the world is subjective or objective? Is there an objective way of viewing the world, or is there not? Or is it only subjective? That's what I should have asked. I'm very sorry.
Okay. That's a complicated one. I would say there are axioms that I think are objective, maybe, which is like not useful because I don't know what you ground them in, so maybe they're not objective. Maybe everything is entirely subjective. I'm not sure that I know there's no like 100% way for me to prove anything, but it's difficult because it's like really philosophical at that point. If we're talking about like in a colloquial sense of subjective objective, I think there is objective reality, like we both share something objectively true. But morals and things like that are more conceptual, I think those are entirely subjective. Hopefully that covers it. It's a big topic.
Yeah, that does cover it. But if religion is in its own sense philosophical, it is a philosophical like belief. It's something that exists in concept. So if a person's view on life is subjective, as you just said, then you can't say that religion is a bad way to live life if everything is how you live your life is subjective.
So I can point to the ways that living your life I think would be harmful subjectively. Right? So just like you could say, I don't think you should become a rug addict. You shouldn't go buying Oriental rugs or like going down and buying like, fancy rugs all the time. You're always buying these rugs. Lay off the rugs, right? So, or lay on them, but don't just stop. And so like, just like you don't want someone to be a rug addict, you'd say like, maybe that's a harmful way to live. They might see it differently. That's their perspective, but so it's the same with religion.
Yeah. Well, I can see how you believe that, but if it is subjective and you just want people to enjoy themselves, then it wouldn't make sense to have that person get off of drugs because
No, rugs.
it's
We're talking
everything is
specifically about
subjective.
buying like rugs, like area rugs, and
Oh,
like
sorry,
walkway.
sorry.
Yeah,
Rugs.
TikTok rules. You got to talk about rugs. They love rugs. TikTok shop,
sorry.
buy rugs.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
don't become
rugs.
addicted to buying the
Sorry.
rugs.
Don't become addicted to buying rugs, obviously. If everything is subjective and we don't have like an objective ground truth, then we can't have, then you can't have that person want to stop. You can't morally or like want them to stop buying rugs. Yes.
Why can I not?
Do you get
have
what
that?
I'm saying there?
Why can I not have that position?
Because you're intruding on their life, and since they
By having an opinion?
and since it's subjective, yeah, you're intruding on their life.
Interesting.
And my bad, G. You're intruding on them. God, I should have came in. This was an actual argument instead of being so distraught by. You're intruding on their ideas and their.
It's cool. You're good. There's
Way
hardly
on
anyone even
more.
here. I'm not even that big yet, so it's not even like no one's gonna see this. It's only gonna be on YouTube for eternity because I do record there. But maybe not eternity because I bet the AI will probably kill us pretty soon.
Hey man, it is what it is.
Ease your mind. I think if you just got real and got out of the cult, you would feel a lot more at ease. Like you're having trouble because like this is a hard thing to argue because it's nonsense. Like there's no good arguments for it. There's only philosophical mumbo jumbo that tries to obfuscate around the ideas that are actually in the religion.
Whoa! Why are we dissing philosophy now?
I'm not a phil bro.
Man.
I don't like philosophy that much. I think it's very nice and useful, but I think people use it in a very literal way. That's not useful to everyone.
It isn't useful to everyone because not everyone wants to live their life searching for wisdom and truth. But philosophy is searching for truth. And
people use philosophy in such a way they use like the rhetoric to like forward something without actually providing anything, such as you're doing here. We're having this circular argument. You're never going to provide objective anything, and it's just going to go on forever and ever. I've seen this a billion times. We both know what's going to happen.
Yeah, well,
and so I don't know why you're even here.
This is
because you should be defending 1 Peter 3:15. You should be standing up and telling me why you believe this, not trying to get me to leave my worldview behind. That doesn't make any sense. If your God is only achievable, if your God is only achievable for me to be insane, not a good look.
What?
Right. If I'm just foundationally untethered from reality, and I need your God to tether me, I don't think that makes sense. I don't believe I'm untethered from reality. So if you have to make me believe that to accept your God, it's a mistake. It's not a good argument. There's a lot of noise now. You got a radio going on?
Sorry, give me a second. I'll be back because I accidentally messed something up. Sorry.
You're good. We'll give you when you come back. Don't worry about it. Tap the screen, share the live, join the clubs. I don't know. Thank you for all being here. We've got I barely have said hello to anybody. Sakabusi, thank you so much for modding on YouTube as always. It's really appreciated. Thank you everyone for being on YouTube. We've got where does it show me the number of people? 11 concurrent viewers on YouTube. We have 27 viewers on the TikToks on New Year's Eve. I feel very blessed. Can I say blessed? No, I can't. I'm sorry. Don't leave. Wait, hold up. No, I feel extremely grateful that y'all are spending some time with me. It's fun. No, don't hashtag blessed. No, don't block. Oh, I'm being blocked by the Queen. Queen Leslie. I'm a good host. Thank you. I'm trying very hard. Can default Yahweh say Happy New Year? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We can do that. That's a very good idea. And especially because somebody who said that. Lathe of Heaven, of course. Thank you. probably need that, and then is it centered? Okay, good. Oh, it's still in the wrong spot. Put it over here, and let's get some color in his text. Let's have a space. We need like gradient pink, gradient blue. Make it big. And finally, this should go beneath it so it's not covering it. Happy New Year. Listening away, doing nighttime skin carry stuff. Misread that. Let's see. Let's see. I know what I was gonna do. You're gonna love this. I have found a new apocryphal text. A new apocryphal text. I found this tonight. I don't know if anyone's ever. I've never heard anybody talk about this on a live. So this is going to be big, breaking stuff. Share the live. You're hearing new text. This comes from the Mythic Dawn commentaries. I don't know if anyone's familiar. This stuff's wild. May the holder of the fourth key know the heart thereby. The Mundex terrene was once ruled over solely by the tyrant Drog kings, each to their own dominion, and border wars were fought between their slave oceans. They were akin to the time totems of. I gotta make this bigger. This old text is so hard for me to see. They were akin to the time totems of old, yet evil and full of mockery and profane powers. No one that lived did so outside of the sufferance of the drogs. I don't know how to say that. By the way, anyone as a Christian want to request up, go and request up. We are taking guests. We can talk about getting real, or we can hear about this. This is from the Mythic Dawn Commentaries, Volume 4. New text. Haven't heard this on TikTok. I give my soul to the Magna Gi, saith the joyous in paradise, for they created Murun the Razor in secret, in the very bowels of Lig, the domain of the upstart who vanishes. Though they came from diverse waters, each get shared sole purpose, to artifice a prince of good, spinning his likeness in random swath, and imbuing him with oblivion's most precious and scarce asset, hope. I atone from paradise. Maroons the thief taker. Maroons God's body. Maroons the red arms that went up. Numantia liberty. It's very it's moving. Oh, our guest is back. It's moving. You can really feel the Spirit of God in these words, I think. Hey, how's it going? I don't know if I even asked you what your name is.
It's Elijah.
Elijah, great to meet you.
Great to meet you too.
Cool.
What's your name?
Sarah. Sarah.
Nice, Sarah. All right. Sorry, I should have read that.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, it's maybe getting lost. There's a lot going on in the banners.
Yeah.
All right, what were we talking about?
We were talking about how you dislike philosophy because it's. You said that it makes no sense to not ground your beliefs in objective truths and objective facts. Yeah.
I think what I was trying to get at was this argument that I have no grounding for my own beliefs, and therefore I should accept your beliefs no matter what. Seems spurious.
Oh no. that was okay. That was not my argument. My argument was that if there is no objective truth that we can agree on, we shouldn't be having this argument. If there's no objective truth, then we need to accept some things as objective truths. And then what I was going to try and lead us to was to talk about what our objective truths would be in the world. And that
Great. I want
not bad.
if any truth, if any moral truth is objective, I want to know about it. I think there are objectively things that are true, like I said, things that we share in reality between us, but I think morals are not objective, and that's where it becomes difficult, because when you move in from the idea of just things that are objectively true, move from things that are objectively true into talking about things that are objectively right to do, that's an entirely different conversation.
Yes. All right. So I think that morals are objective because there are some things all humans, including babies, are even just programmed to dislike. Like mean and angry people. Babies, people just don't generally like mean people. And I would say that when you realize that there are things...
Do you think a baby would
dislikes.
react? Hold on, I have an example that's going to defeat this. So say that somebody were like, "You're a little piece of shit." "Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Coochie piece of shit, baby. I hate you." Do you think the baby's going to react and be like, "Oh, I hate this. They're being mean"? Or do you think it's going to react the same as it would as if you were being nice and saying those things in that tone?
Honestly, I've been punched by a baby for being nice.
Okay.
I don't I don't have the greatest, like, babies can tell when like a character in a story is being like just not good, when a character's story is being not good compared to a character in a story is being
There's an issue.
moral,
There's an
I could
issue
say.
that you keep bringing up. There's
like-
an issue you keep bringing up, right? You are way too reliant on fiction. Fiction telegraphs. It's meant to let the audience know who is good and bad. Not just, it's not like you're figuring it out and the baby's so clever. It's that the thing is made to make it clear. People are not that simple. They're way more complex.
Okay. All right. Well, do you agree that almost every person in the world would not like a person that is mean to them? Openly mean and openly rude.
I'm not to be contrarian, but I know people that enjoy people being mean to them. I know I'm in relationships with them. It's like a kink thing.
Like, yeah, a kink thing. A kink thing is a bit different than... All right. I get that people do enjoy... There's some masochists that enjoy being hit.
It's just very difficult to say that it's objectively wrong to be mean, right? You're having trouble because I can bring up counterexamples to everything that you say, because it's just not possible.
I just don't... This might just be this is just a difference in beliefs, but I just don't think that it's possible for a person to be universally liked and be rude. I don't like. I don't maybe
know
it's
what
just
that has to
I
do
just
with
don't
objective
like
morals.
Yeah,
it's just a straw man of the position or something. I don't know what's going on.
I know. I just don't. Sorry, I just don't like mean people. I can't really.
I mean, I don't
I can't
either.
speak for
I hope
everyone
I'm
else.
not
That's
a mean
why.
person. I'm trying not to be mean, but I'm also trying to hammer home
I know
that like the point is that you're making a claim that morals are objective, not just that you have the preferable morals, but that I can have them as well, and I don't see how I can get to them.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm honestly, yeah. I really got it wrong.
Was it me? Am I doing?
I
Am
know.
I? Am I? Hey, am I being mean? Am I being rude? I'm trying to.
No, you are not being rude. You
Okay.
are not being rude.
I sincerely-
You're being an amazing person right now.
Okay, in the
You're
past.
being amazing right now.
In the past, I've been extremely mean and hostile to people, even in cases where they really didn't deserve it, and I was just like, I was in my head. So I just wanted to check in.
Yeah, you're being perfectly fine. I am just I need to lock in with my
Okay.
thoughts. I need to actually like explain my thoughts better and be better with.
Well, just tell me why you're
Okay.
why you're a Christian and why you think it's important to be one. We could just talk about that. We don't have to do it through this like argument
Okay.
of like, you don't
Yes.
have these things.
Oh, thank God. Yeah.
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 That's what I was trying to say
so
this whole
much better
time.
because like I'm currently in school, so I'm trying to like actually learn philosophy.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
yeah, my bad.
Yeah, no, you're fine. There
All right,
are
so the
there are
reason
lies
why
for that. I just
I
don't
believe-
think this is the right one. I'm not the right person.
Yeah. I believe in God for the reasons that I highly doubt that the universe was just randomly generated. It's too precise. Also, I can't. There are personal experiences, but no one is going to believe a personal experience over just something fact. And Christianity, I believe in Christianity because honestly, its morals make the most sense to me. Prove it was created, I can't.
So like it's kind of just seems like assumption after so 3 assumptions
Hello?
where it's just like, well, I'm going to assume it's created because I can't imagine it otherwise. Everyone seems to have these personal experiences that we can't replicate and we can't really, investigate,
Yeah.
but I can't, assume that they're true. And then the third thing just being like, I'll assume that the morals are good because they're not. Like, I don't know. I mean, we could go over that next. I'd love to talk about the morals from the Bible. That is where I am strong.
Please talk
Okay.
about the morals.
Although I don't think you're gonna like it. After you're done, you're gonna please don't. No more morals. God's evil. Well, nobody
Please
says that
talk
for
about
some
morals.
reason.
No one says that. No one says God's people. That's
Well, I say God's evil, but like, yeah, Christians refuse to ever like actually engage enough to like contend with the problems.
okay.
Cool. So
start.
let's start like let's start real soft. What do you think is good about God? We could talk about those things. Maybe I'll agree, and we'll see if they're compelling enough to take on the religion.
I didn't hear you blanked out at the part where you said,
Oh,
talk about what's good.
yeah. So like
About
I was thinking we could softball it. You could tell me what's good. I could see like get a read on like where you're at with God, and then I can tell you why I disagree or have other examples of where I disagree if you want to do it that way, or I can jump straight into the deep end.
Okay. So what I think is good about Christianity is because it tells you to love other people, tells you to love other people, tells you to pray for your enemies, tells you to be good to others. It gives people hope, obviously. It gives people hope in a better future. In the fact that we will persevere, and it also is just it gives ground rules like the 10 Commandments, ground rules. There are 200 like over 200 extra rules. I don't know all of them, obviously, because
613 laws. 613 laws that your God gave. Eternal perfect laws.
Yes, I know. It's a whole lot of rules.
But you don't know because you don't. You just said you think there's like 200 more.
Yeah.
But you worship the God. You worship the God.
Oh, why did I do this? Yeah.
I'm going to point out where I think it doesn't make sense to follow this.
Sorry, what?
I'm pointing out like you just don't have enough knowledge about the thing you worship, and like that's I think that's a problem.
Yeah,
already.
that is a problem, but I'm trying to get better at it because.
But
I'm
why?
kind of a bum.
Well, you're telling me why. So let's go over some of the stuff you talked about. You said it's like it teaches about love. Is it about unconditional love?
Unconditional love? Yes.
Okay, where can I find verses about it being unconditional in any sense to anyone?
A verse where you can see it talks about unconditional love is when Jesus is asked, how many times should we forgive a person
You're
who
right,
does a
7
grievance
times
against
7.
us, teacher?
100%.
Yes, and that, yes.
Okay, so
70 times 7.
does God follow that rule?
Does God follow that rule?
Yeah.
I would say yes, because he doesn't smite every day because I sin.
Do we all go to
And
heaven
if
at
you're
the
going
end?
to bring up the
Or is there a
multiple
condition?
times in the Old Testament,
No, I'm
what?
not asking about that. I'm asking, like, when we die, is there a condition upon which we will be loved?
Condition upon which we loved. If we had given, if we had followed Jesus and given God his love, yeah, the condition upon which we die is you either go to heaven or hell. Yeah.
I don't know what you said. Let me try mine again because I'm not sure if you understood it. So we are to love unconditionally, but is God unconditional love?
Yeah.
Or when you die, is there a condition upon which he will love you?
There isn't a condition upon which God will love you, because even when you are sent to hell, you are sent to hell out of your
It's a loving
free
hell.
will.
It's
I
a
know.
loving
I
torment.
it's not a loving torment, but it's my friend put it best. The gates of hell are like locked from the inside.
Mhm.
He's a lot more knowledgeable than me at this. I should probably
I've heard
help
that
him.
analogy.
But
I saw Lucifer was like that. That TV show Lucifer. Did you ever see that show?
no, I didn't.
How not? Why not? Is it against your cult's rules, or would you think you'd be okay with watching it?
They'd be perfectly fine. I think Catholicism would be fine with me watching it. I just didn't watch it.
No, I know. I'm
I just
asking you
like anime
personally. I'm
more.
asking you personally. Like, is it a line for you that you watch a show called Lucifer that's based around like the characters you believe to be real, but it treats them as fiction, but it kind of sticks to
No,
Okay,
no.
yeah. You should check it
there's
out then because it's really good. It's really, really good.
Okay, I should check it out. Sounds great.
Yeah. So in that the story is that like Lucifer, fought with God, went to hell. He was stuck. He was like basically given that as his punishment, right? As the Bible says, given that as punishment, and he's like down there. But he and essentially like hell runs itself because the people there are basically like they're reliving their worst traumatic experiences. And they're unable to break that torment cycle. So like I know what you're talking about with this like idea of like you're locked from the inside, but I just don't think that makes any sense because God made that cage, right? Even if I'm walking into that cage of my own supposed free will, why doesn't the all-loving God pull me out?
God gives you chances to get out of the cage during your lifetime, and he gives.
So he has a condition on it. He has a condition on when he will love you.
He doesn't. That's not a
unconditional.
condition. That's not a condition. That's not a condition. When you go to jail, your parents don't stop loving you. I mean, some people's parents do.
Okay. So he loves
your
you
parents
while you're in
don't stop
hell. He
loving
loves you
you.
being tormented in hell. He's still 100% still the same amount of
Yes.
love. Okay, so we've established that crazy idea. That crazy idea that you're gonna send somebody to the hell that you created and you still love them like with all of your heart. That squares for you, but it doesn't for me. That's why I can't get in the cult.
Well, it still works for me because when you go to prison,
Hell's not prison.
when you go
Hell
to
is
prison.
not prison. That's a disanalogous.
Yeah, I know
way to
hell.
go.
I know hell is not prison. I know hell is not prison. But
So why
I'm
are you
using
it's
an example.
disanalogous?
I can't.
But there's no good analogy. Because
There
your
is
God
no
is
good analogy.
Your God
I
is
can't.
extremely bad in this sense. There's no good analogy that measures up to infinite conscious torment created by your all-loving God and apparently unable to stop people from going into it willingly. Like he can't figure out a different way to make this stop happening. I'm going there because I'm here doing this.
He did figure out a way. He did figure out a way. He gave Christianity. Jesus Christ, his son, to die for your sins.
You're right. My mistake. He can't figure out a good way.
A good way. So if you choose to not abide by the rules he gave you,
Mhm.
and you go to hell,
Mhm.
when you choose to not abide by the rules he gave you, you go to hell. But when you follow the rules and you don't go to hell, that's not a good way. If you follow the rules and you don't go to hell, but if you don't follow the rules, you do go to hell. I feel like
You don't even
I
know what
don't
the
think
rules.
that's
You
like
don't
a
even know what
bad
the
way.
rules are.
You get absolved from your sins.
You don't even know the rules.
You get absolved
you
from
don't
your
even
sins.
follow them.
All right.
Oh, that's fine. No, you're right. I understand your point. Don't get mad and leave or something. I like this. It's interesting.
I'm not gonna leave. Okay.
Well, don't sound so
You
like sighy.
All right.
Don't sigh.
You sound
It's a
you sound
bummer.
like I'm going to sigh. You sound like a very intelligent person.
I
You
appreciate that.
have very good thoughts. It's just that you get so worked up when a person doesn't immediately like agree with what you were talking to.
Well, part of the
agree with what
issue
you're talking about.
is
It's just
you
like you're
talk a
getting
long
very
time.
worked up.
You talk a long time at length about things
I'm
that
sorry.
don't actually like mean anything. This is a thing that Christians do because the cult makes it difficult for y'all to like focus and lock in. Is my guess because I just don't know why it's like this. But like, so what are we even talking about again? Fuck, I've had a huge brain fart.
We were talking about how God is.
Oh yeah, hell, right? So like, this is the thing, right? Like, this idea of walking away from God and that you're just like willfully leaving God behind. It's just fucking nonsense. It's just complete and utter nonsense. If God were standing here and I'm walking away, okay. But where's God?
That's gonna sound so corny. Everywhere.
It also just sounds not true.
It's all right.
Does God desire that none should perish, that all should have eternal life?
Yes.
So where is he? Why am I going to perish? I'm not convinced. He doesn't know what would convince me, or like he can't answer these simple questions that I have. I think they're very simple. Why did you allow for slavery? Why did you say you should burn women alive? Like these are real issues that I cannot worship a God like this. Take this thought experiment, right? Imagine a warlord comes into your city and they say, bow before me, kneel before me, or when I leave, I'm leaving you behind and you're going to be in the wasteland. I'm lighting everything ablaze. You will feel eternal torment here when I leave. Would you follow that warlord? That's the analogy for your God, by the way.
Yeah. I would probably not follow the warlord because that'd be pretty mean, but yeah. But
you follow Yahweh. Yahweh is a war god before he became he was a Canaanite war god before he became like the Christian deity.
Yeah.
The Jewish deity.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I know how the concept of religion came to be. I just do believe in religion. It's what makes the most sense. Doesn't make sense to you. But
this one doesn't make any sense to me.
Yes, I understand.
But you can't explain how it makes sense.
You don't care for if I would. You don't seem to care.
You not having good reasoning. You not having good reasoning isn't me not caring. I'm trying to get to like the heart of the matter. Oh, good question. If God is everywhere, is he in hell as well?
No, hell is the absence of God.
So he is not everywhere.
He is everywhere. Oh my
I had this problem with another Christian earlier. Y'all cannot handle simple logic. Can something be everywhere and not everywhere?
Please repeat that. I'm sorry.
Can something be everywhere, but also not everywhere at the same time?
No, but hell is the absence of God. You are going away from him. You are no longer like spiritually with him.
If hell is if something is everywhere, is there a place that it is absent?
What?
If something is everywhere, is there a place where it is absent? Where it doesn't exist? So, if God is everywhere, how can there be an absence of God?
There can be an absence of God as he is not spiritually with the person. Not
So it's a spiritual
he's
absence.
physically with you,
Words
not
don't mean words.
spiritually with you.
Words don't mean words. It's a spiritual absence. So he's physically everywhere, but not spiritually everywhere. And that's how you get around the problem where God's not in hell. It's wonderful.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Just leave the cult.
I don't want to leave the call.
Why-
You seem
why-
pretty nice.
It is until you step back. People, they show their true colors.
Yeah.
They won't care about you if you leave the cult.
They do. I still care about my friends.
Oh, you have people that are apostates.
Yeah.
So, like, how did your relationships with them go? Did they change at all as they walked away?
I mean, they stopped going to church. They started like being more rowdy, I guess. Not rowdy, because that's like that's a stupid word to use. They started
They're,
being more.
They're driving around their pickup trucks and they're like knocking over mailboxes.
Yeah, that. They started being more doing more, well, quote, more sins, I'd say. Yeah, started doing more sinful things.
Well, if they walk away from God, that's first commandment.
Yeah.
Anyone not doing that is eternal damnation. So I mean, like, it's all the same. But go on.
Hey.
So they're sinning, they're having a blast, knocking over mailboxes.
Yeah, they're knocking over mailboxes, but I still love them. I'm not going to stop talking to people that I love just because they have stopped loving God.
That's good. That's really good. So, like, do you see them?
Couldn't hear what you said, but thank you.
Do you see them as often?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, cool. So you're not letting their non-participation in going to the meetings or whatever, the church meetings, isn't getting in the way of your relationship. That's really good. I appreciate that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. You seem like a really nice person. Like, I think this religion has a problem where if you took it sincerely and seriously, you have to hate yourself and you have to divide yourself from other people in such a way that it's just harmful most of the time. And I see it happen a lot.
I don't feel like that's true because I feel only seen like the bad parts of Christianity for some reason.
Well, I mean,
because
I've read a lot of the
you
book
have
is
this
the problem.
I can tell you have, but
Good night, Hannah. Hannah Grace, thank you for stopping by. Happy New Year. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I wanted to catch her before she leaves.
no, it's fine. Because I feel like you've only seen how people have used Christianity to further their own agenda and their own goals, instead of how people have used Christianity to help others and be nice to others and just learn how to be better.
Well, the problem is that, like, I don't know that Christianity can be used for just those things, or you would not be using Christianity. Christianity requires
Sorry.
proselytizing. Christianity requires spreading the good news, does it not?
It does require.
So when you do those good things, do you, like, not tell anyone about Jesus, or do you tell everyone about Jesus? Not you personally, but just like the person in general, just a person in general, doing good works for the church through Christianity or whatever. Are they doing it and trying to get people to come to church, or are they doing it out of the goodness of the act itself? I know that they can do either one, but I think it's more likely that they're doing it with the intent of bringing people into church, getting them saved.
faith without works is dead, and works requires you to love the person even if they aren't Christian, and even through their sin. So I would say that when a person does do good works and does help people, when they try to evangelize or proselytize, they don't do their evangelization trying to like forcefully get them into the church. You shouldn't do that.
Okay.
When you're trying to just help people, you help people first, and you mention God once or twice,
Why would
and
you
then
do
you
that?
let
Why do you gotta mention God once or twice? Do you have to do that?
because God is the reason why I'm doing these things.
There it is.
I want to
There it
help
is.
serve people through God.
No, you want to serve
Yes.
God.
I see God in every person. I think I see God in every person.
Do you want to
So
serve
when
people
I
or do you
go
want to
help
serve God?
persons,
Which do you think you serve, people or God? When you do that,
it's the same thing.
it's the same thing. So
When you
why do you need
serve
to
a
tell
person,
people
you are
when you're
serving
serving
God.
when you're serving God? Tell God about God.
Huh?
If you're serving God, why do you need to tell God about God?
No, I see the image of God in people. I don't see.
So you're not
I
serving
don't
God. You're not serving
physically see
God. You're
Jesus Christ.
You're serving people.
I'm serving God because people are made in the image of God.
I don't think you have to tell
And
them
if
about.
you
I don't think you have to tell them about the cult. If you're serving them, just give them the food. There's no reason to make them feel guilty.
not making them feel guilty, I
What's the
literally
point?
give
What's
them the
the
food,
point?
say
What's the
God
point?
bless you.
Okay.
I give them the food and I say God bless you. They get on their way. They have a great day.
Oh, you didn't frame it like that. You framed it as you say God once or twice. You make sure that they know that this is you're doing this for God. Misunderstood you.
All right, I really got. I'm sorry. I should
I
have
hold people
phrased
to
it
their
better.
words, so I'm
very
probably
sorry,
being a
man.
little too specific. But that was just my contention. There is just that in my experience, you're right. In my own personal experience, it was like that, where we went and helped people, we went and fed them, but then we'd say, "Can we pray for you?" And they'd say, "Yes, you can pray for me later." And they'd say, "No, can we pray for you now?" Then make them uncomfortable. Then make them feel like I have to do this because if I don't, like I won't get fed. And it's wrong. There's no reason to bring any of that nonsense into it if people are hungry. And I think you agree with me, but it's not how the church works because it's not the point. The point is to serve God. The point is to get people into pews. It has nothing to do with helping people, or you would simply do it without the God.
The point is to help people, and by helping people, you're serving God.
Right, but you wouldn't need, no
I'm
one would
sorry
ever
that the
say,
I'm
there
sorry
would be
that
no religious, there'd be no religious intertwining into this, right? If it were about serving people and not serving God. Do you see what I'm saying?
you're serving God through people, so there would still be religious intertwining.
Do you think it's more likely that we'll find out about a secret ring of pedophiles within the church or a secret ring of food service workers?
Probably pedophiles, because people in power usually use their power to do bad things because people are fallible and really, really stupid sometimes.
And your church emboldens them, your church gives them that structure.
I'm not trying to.
Why
I'm
doesn't
not
it
trying
give
to
the
defend
structure?
my church.
Why doesn't it
The
give the
Catholic
structure?
Church?
Why do you think the all good
What?
God that you worship is not making like a secret ring of bread workers coming out? Like, why don't we also see something like this where we're like, wow, we know about the amazing things they've been doing all this time? No, they talk about it nonstop. It's
You
out
don't
front and
usually
center.
hear about. You don't usually hear the amazing things that the Catholic Church or that Protestant churches do. I'm not Protestant, so I don't really know, but
Okay.
the Catholic Church gives billions of dollars in food aid every year. Billions of dollars in helping up infrastructure. It's just that. Okay.
Let's see. Giving opportunities. I wonder how much they actually do give. Or is it that people give to the Catholic Church, or is it that the Catholic Church gives to does a lot of giving?
The Catholic Church does a lot of giving, and they use the money that they collect from pew worship to give to people.
I wonder what it is. I bet it is really high, but it's probably not like anywhere near what the amount they get in. How do I find out?
I mean,
Let's see. For the Catholic Church in 2025, giving is focused on local parish needs and diocesan. I'm not familiar with that word as well.
yeah,
appeals-
diocese. It's a diocese.
Appeals like the annual Catholic Appeal ACA with typical suggestions around 1% of income or $365 a year. This is like what they're saying suggested. What did they do? Where can I find out what they did? Oh, well, it's interesting.
Food drives.
No, yeah, I know there's lots of general things that churches say they do or whatever. It's unclear how much of that money could just go to not being used by a weird pedophile cult. Like, I don't know.
All right. I mean,
I know
you do need to have.
I know.
You do need to give money to you do need money to actually like keep the church running and for priests to actually have a home.
I don't know why we need churches or priests. Let's go to the tough stuff.
What?
Let's go to the tough stuff. Why do you worship this God? He's burning women alive. He thinks it's good to burn women alive. You think it's good to burn women alive?
No, I do not think it's good to burn women alive. And those are that is Old Testament, right?
Mm-hmm.
Old Testament was fulfilled by Jesus. I am so sorry that my brain just started working. This could have been so much better.
You're wonderful. Ever crashed out or anything? Sorry, I'm choking. I ate a small piece of Pop-Tart, and it's not.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so when Jesus fulfilled these, does that mean like? Can you explain that? What does that mean in relation to this?
In relation to this, Jesus fulfilled the Old Testament commandments and Jesus gave the New Testament commandments, which is love thy neighbor with all your heart. And so when he fulfilled,
that's not a New Testament commandment. That's an Old Testament commandment. He just reiterated that it's one of the two that all the others hang on. He did not give new commandments.
Yes. Yo, I'm so stupid.
It's a common misconception that people have. A common misconception people have about what he did.
I guess my priest was wrong. Well, what my priest told me was that Jesus fulfilled the Testament commandments, and that we follow the commandments now through loving thy neighbor, and being merciful.
Loving the Lord your God with all your it's like love the neighbor as yourself and love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul, I think. Something like that.
Yeah.
Those are the two greatest commandments are these. And the others hang upon them. And so your priest is partially right. The idea is that if you were to follow those, the other ones should happen naturally. And the theological idea is that because it's been written on your heart, you no longer have to have like these written laws. You have it on your heart. But it means that you should continue to do these things just normally, just like a natural. That's what the whole idea was of the new covenant. It's supposed to be like an entirely different situation. It's not like we just forget the laws and we just do whatever we want and hope that it's like, if it's good, it's good. Nah. But the problem that I have here is, what does it mean for this that Jesus fulfilled it? Even if I grant you that fulfilling the law does something, what is the something that it does, and why does that make this law okay?
Okay, so fulfilling the law, I would say fulfilling the law as in, these are the rules that were in old times. These are the rules that were in old times. We're moving forward, and we're mostly focusing on the 10 Commandments and loving your God with all your heart and loving your neighbor.
Yeah. The two greatest.
Like, I need to-
You're good. You're so like stressed.
I am stressed.
I mean, okay. Also,
Not from
I
you.
think I'm like
Not from you. You're great.
I'm also like like twice your age or something. I think so. I have a lot of experience. I've talked to people a lot. I just have experience.
I can tell you do, but I feel like you've met only bad people somehow.
No, I meet people like
Maybe you just don't live in like
occasionally.
a culturally diverse city.
I live in
Maybe you just,
Seattle.
yeah, maybe you just, what? You live in Seattle? Wow.
I
You met a
do.
lot of people.
Yeah, it's a big part of why I deconstructed, I think, is that I just learned more about the world, saw more people, understood that people aren't mindless zombies that are demon possessed. People
I
have thoughts
don't
and
know what type of
emotions.
church you went to.
I mean, I
I
went
don't
to
know
a
what
way
type of
different one
church
than
you
you.
went to.
Obviously, I went to a way different one. I went to like a Pentecostal, evangelical, non-denominational.
Oh my god.
But it's all the
Oh
same.
my
It's all the same
gosh,
thing.
Martin
It's all the
Luther.
same thing. It's all built off of the same bullshit.
Mm-mm. No, it's not. Wow, Martin
Yeah, it
Luther's
is.
done so much damage.
Interesting.
It really.
You've learned so much about me from that.
Yeah.
You found out all the
I feel
damage
like
that it's done. I'm telling you the damage that this book has done, and you're refusing to believe that. You won't believe the things that I'm telling you I know to be harmful. You decided that I picked the wrong denomination. That's why I left.
no. Well, I mean, the fact that if you went to if you were like Catholic or Orthodox, started out Catholic or Orthodox, you might have not left the church because of those because you learned people had other beliefs, because Pentecostals and Catholics have like very different worldviews on Christianity.
Oh no.
When you grew
AI heard
up
you, I think.
believing your
I have to say I know.
precept, you never really were a Christian.
Well,
You thought you were, you said all the
Can't stop it
right
once it gets
words,
going.
but you never really were a Christian.
I'm not trying to stop it.
You
Just
see,
like
you got
hearing
it
other
all
people.
wrong, sing all the wrong songs, have the wrong doctrine on baptism. You went to church on the wrong day, said the wrong words when you prayed, so you never really were a Christian. I'm the only actual Christian.
Yeah. Sorry, it's just like an AI thing. There's this other creator named Joel Reed's Bible, and he has this AI that he made all these songs for, and I actually stole it from him. I computer hacked him. He doesn't know, so nobody tell Joel or Mezzo, but I computer hacked them and stole his AI. So now but I made it better, so it doesn't trigger when I say stuff like context. See, I can say context, but guess, say context. Say you don't know the context. So you don't know the context. It'll trigger the AI. It's fun. Say it. Well, if they said it, it would have triggered. It would have been funny. The guess had said it because it doesn't trigger for me. Oh, he's muted. Did you mute? I don't think they're muted. I think they self-muted. They didn't like the song, I think. I'm sorry. It's the AI thing. I can't. I didn't mean to cause like a rift in our friendship. Oh no. Oh no. Was it Elijah? I can't even remember your name. I think it was an E name though. I think it was Elijah. Wasn't Elohim? Pretty sure I would have remembered Elohim. So don't try that one. Well, at any rate, while you're teacupped, we can't hear you, so I'm not sure if you're talking or doing something. But Elmo? That doesn't sound right. But yeah, the point is, I don't think it's the doctrine. I don't think it's the church or the people. you know, you open it up and see all the steeple. Okay. They have left. It's cool. Gotta go outside. Great time. Yeah, have fun outside. Touching grass, I assume. Not like me. Am I questioning you? No. No, it was Elmo. It was Elmo. He might have gotten involved because he went teacup for a long time. Don't fall into the grass. Touching snow? Succubusi, are you in the snow? I bet you are. Oh, that's cool. Caller got raptured. Rip. Well, this is really fun. Happy New Year. It is kind of dark outside to touch grass. Darwin. Has Darwin been up? Who's Darwin? Oh, this dog? The dog PFP? I haven't seen Darwin up. Yeah, so we got this this AI, stole it from Joel, hacked into his computer, stole it, and you know, before I was just playing it off of the Bandcamp, but now I stole it so that it'll play automatically when guests trigger it, but it won't play it if I trigger it. Because I've noticed that Joel has this problem sometimes. The argument that Western society was built by Christianity is an interesting one, because Western society was built largely through the slave trade. So it's an interesting tell. It's an interesting, like, little... Unless you mean the West that was built by, like, the Greeks, but that's probably not what you meant. The Romans. It doesn't seem like it because you're saying Christianity. I guess you mean after they took it over, after Christianity took over Rome, and they forced the religion on people, I guess you could say they built things when they destroyed civilizations. Kind of funny. Can't make a colony without breaking a few legs. Hold on. I gotta get that clean. You can't make a colony without breaking a few legs. I admit that I am not the most knowledgeable about, like, history. I'm fine with saying that I'm not the most knowledgeable about that or science or anything like that. None of that stuff matters because God's just not real. Like, even if it were true that this religion got us to this point and that it did a good job of it, even if I granted this, we don't need it anymore. We're good. We got rid of slavery because we don't have the book anymore telling us we don't go by it anymore to determine what's right and wrong in those areas. The first anti-slavery movement starts with Christianity. You're right. Do you think it could have started with God? Do you think the first anti-slavery movements could have started with God? That's my question. That's my question for Darwin. Were the missionaries against enslavement of indigenous people? Were they against that in the biblical times? I'd love to see the source on that one. Oh, let's listen to... YouTube might not like this. I know you're answering, Petty. I'm talking to you too. I think slavery apology is like one of the worst fucking things in the world. I think it's despicable. Like, it's one of the huge problems with this cult, right? If you want me to get in your cult, you got to get over like a few major issues. And just telling me that's ancient history ain't going to do it. Schley, good night. Happy 2026. Happy New Year. Much love. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, so just telling me like that's old news, don't worry about it, that's not going to do it for me. That's not going to do it. Because the problem is that those that can get you to believe in absurdities can make you do atrocities. So I don't want to believe in absurdities. I don't want to be tricked. Like, if you believe that slavery is wrong, why did God trick people into doing it? That's a good point. God tricked them. There's no other explanation, right? He put it into law. Well, Christians, here's your theme for the new year. I'm going to turn it down though, because it's kind of loud here.
Got myself a new look. Something gave me another chance to see. Each time I will try to do better. By now is where I guess I belong. Pulled my fist from my mouth. I beat myself for a quarter century. Remind that it's bigger than me. Dissolve into evergreens.
This song sincerely moves me like every time I hear it. I love this song.
These are things that I keep hidden in my belly. I can't see them, but they control my life. For a moment you could see right through me. Help me make this right. Look at all those skeletons running from their closets. Get them in the light. These are things that I keep hidden in my belly. I can't see them, but they control my life. For a moment you could see right through me. Help me make this right. Look at all of those skeletons running from their closets. Get them in the light. Get them in the light. You can take it in stride, or you can take it right between the eyes. Suck up, and take your medicine. It's a good day to face the hard things. Pulled my fist from my mouth. I beat myself for a quarter century. Remind that it's bigger than me. Dissolve into evergreens. suck up and take your medicine.
Oops. Went to the next song. That's Cloud Cult. Take Your Medicine from the album The Meaning of Eight. That might actually get me a little more like choked up because so the album is about the artist lost their son when they were 8. And so it's about working through that. And that song in particular, when you know that context, it's fucking hard. I'm okay. That gets me. I don't know. It gets me. That kind of loss, right? That's hard. That's the kind of loss that, like, it's nonsense. That's the best I've seen a Bible being used for? Oh, the picture, you mean? I assume. By your name that says Patrick 6666 TTRR. I doubt a Christian is going to be putting that many sixes in their name. Spooky. Ooh, numerology. Don't let it get you. Chat's being cringe. YouTube chat says chat's being cringe. What's chat? I'm calling you out. Google gave it to you. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool for a random. I don't know to hear. YouTube chat said chat's being cringe. I'm not sure what chat they mean. Let's see if we've had anybody on Twitch tonight. Let's see. Not all Adams are. That was a long time ago. I'm sorry, I didn't see you in here. First time chat. Bestviewerstreambo.com. Remove the space. Thank you for advertising. Oh, capitalism. Charmander does not evolve Charizard. Why would you agree to that? They left. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I don't know anything about Pokemon. I don't fucking. That was one of the funniest calls I've ever been participated in, let alone seen, let alone participated in, right? That was so funny. That person, some of you might not have seen it. So the first guest I had, they wanted to argue something about queer people. I'm not entirely sure because I kind of like stopped them. I'm like, let's put the brakes on. We don't need to make this analogy about gay people. I don't know why we need to bring them into this. Like, just make an analogy about literally anything else. Make it, non-controversial. Because I think the analogy is going to like have a problem, right? It always does. Like, Christian analogies suck. They're not very good. It's because the source material is so bad. But yeah. Instead they went to Pokemon, and it was very funny because they're trying to explain how, like, so the argument was, they said in the beginning was God, and then God created the sun, and they did not mean the ball of plasma in the sky. They meant Jesus Christ. And I'm like, Jesus Christ was not created according to your theology. That's crazy. I know this. You don't know this? And he's like, no. He was created. Then he used this analogy of Pokemon evolving. I'm like, this is a terrible analogy for God. God doesn't evolve. That's crazy. I don't know if that person, maybe they were a troll of some kind, but they seemed serious. They seemed to really be into what they were saying. Yeah, you should be kissing and making up. I don't think chats cringe. None of my chats. In fact, whoever said that, I think they must have been talking about a different chat. That's probably what it was. I think they were probably like looking at Hassan or whatever. He's always calling things cringe. Or, you know, Joel or Mezzo. They were probably doing something cringe. Maybe it was that. No one in my chat's cringe. I appreciate everyone being here. We don't have any guests. It looks like everyone has better things to do with their lives. I'm down to 6 viewers on YouTube. I should be calling them out so much. It was a mistake. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry that I laid down the law about the cringe chat. Prophetess is cringe. Agreed. 100%. Don't tell her. She was here yesterday and it was a little cringe. Yes, 2026, the year religion goes the way of the dodo. I'd love it. It is New Year's Day and Eve. We could all be learning from each other. That's a good point. What can we learn? What are we going to do in the new year? I'm going to do this. I hope. I'm going to become better at this. I'm going to make some videos. I don't know if I'm going to get a job. I'd like this to be my job, but I don't think I'm going to make enough money, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen. Dodo is not good. Study about the church fathers. Do I have erectile dysfunction? Is that to me? Is that directed to me? Why are you interested in me? Low tier rage bait contents. Interesting, coming from the person that just asked about my private parts. Thanks to hear. Hope I get a job too. Well, I don't know. I'd rather blow up big on YouTube or something than get a real job. Tired of work. That's because I'm an atheist. I'm lazy. I'm hoping to do my housemate. Rage baits complains about rage baiting. I know, right? Classic Christian. Where's the... Do I have like a classic Christian sound effect? It's pretty close. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Weird, that's not at all. Not at all what I'm looking for. Me generalizing is the same as the Holocaust. That's an interesting take. That's an interesting take. I said it's time to get real, and you told me I'm like that? That's wild. Uh-oh, Prophetess is here. Hi. Hi, Prophetess. How you doing?
Hey,
Hey.
I missed you. I had to come back.
Good. Oh, I mean, like, I missed you too.
Did you see in the comments? We're getting some good advice. Job is not good.
Job is not good? Where's job?
That's what Darwin said.
Job is not good. Agreed.
So we solved that. Go us.
Yeah, thanks for coming up. What are you up to tonight?
Just contemplating what I'm gonna do with this 2026. Is this the year I dumped the Bible for good, or what's? I'm not sure.
I think that it is. You know.
Yeah.
I'm going to prophesy to you for once.
Okay. All right.
This is the year. This is the year you dump the Bible.
But you say it's time to get real. What does that mean? Real about what? Is that not good? I tried.
That was so good. That was so good. No, I'm sorry. Do it clean. I messed it up. I messed up. Do it again. Sorry. I'm just sitting here and I go, oh, prophetess, how are you today? Did you want to discuss something?
Yeah. It's time to get real. What do you mean?
I'm so glad you asked. I think that Christianity is a load of hogwash. I think in reality, it's way better. You don't have to follow the silly voice in your head that tells you you're evil. You don't have to participate in crazy manipulative practices that make people feel uncomfortable. You don't have to believe in nonsense anymore. You can be in reality.
But what about it's not real?
Oh, nearly everything. What did Jesus say you'd be able to do in his name?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't read the Bible. Could you
Of course,
tell
yeah.
me?
Yeah, of course. Well, Jesus said, anything that you ask for in his name, he will do it. But
Yeah,
that's
like
not
when you
real.
lose your keys or you're late for work and you just say, please, please, I need the green lights. Jesus always makes it happen.
But what about when you're dying of cancer or when you need money?
It's all a part of his plan, right?
No, it's not real.
No one said it was a good plan, but it's part of the plan.
Prophetess, you know it says in the Bible that it's a good plan.
Well,
For all of his ways are
touche.
righteous, and he has
there.
hope and a future, right? It's some nonsense about hope and a future.
Well, like I said, I haven't read the Bible, so that's news to me.
Oh, hold on. I'm not doing my job here. 1 second. Where did it go? Yeah. Another Christian hasn't read their Bible. Well.
Yeah. So, but I know enough to know about how we were created. What makes you say that's not real? I mean, my skin color resembles clay.
I don't know that I need to talk about my skin color to prove that we weren't created.
Fair enough. I guess, yeah, you don't look like clay, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know.
It's just everyone has different, right? We don't all look like clay. That's a good point. That right there is a good
Yeah,
point.
it's like Play-Doh. Some of us are more yellow than others. And they have white Play-Doh too.
Okay, true Christianese coming out here. Don't do this.
Sorry.
All right. Let's just
I'm just saying we're all a
say,
creation, and God probably has all the colors of Play-Doh.
Fair enough.
Because he's real big and powerful.
But why?
So powerful that the devil has full powers here.
Well, what? I don't understand. God's so powerful, but the devil has full power?
Oh, yes. He has full dominion over us. And God can't stop him.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Ugh, tell me about it.
So if God is all powerful but he can't stop Satan, what does that tell us about God?
Very good question. I've been asking myself that for a little bit. You know, the whole fence sitting thing, 50-50.
Yeah, it seems like you'll never change. It's almost like at the end of every episode, you just go right back to having the same quandary.
Yeah, it's real unfortunate.
Not a lot of character.
It's like Groundhog Day up in this bad boy.
Not a lot of character arcs in Christianity.
No, it's all about tropes.
It's true. True. No, you don't.
Yeah, I just wait, and the answers they'll divinely come to me, right?
No comment. Let me ask you this. Do you think that changing?
Do I think what?
Do you think your God is unchanging?
I think he doesn't change, but his mind does.
How does that work?
Well, he's still the same old God, but his opinions change.
Isn't that a change?
No, he's the same God. It's just his opinions that change, his thoughts, but he's the same.
Okay. Well, fuck.
You're losing this conversation, host.
I can't lock in.
Lock in.
I am losing. I thought I had something really good. but
Yeah, that's
you'll
right.
defeat
Take
it
that
now.
L.
You'll Okay, here we can workshop this. Help me get. Let me. You help me help you. So here's what I was thinking: if God is unchanging, should we change? If we need to emulate Christ and God is unchanging, does that mean that we should change?
No, because we're not God.
Doesn't the Bible literally say He doesn't change His mind?
I don't know. Does it? I didn't read the Bible.
God is not a man that He should lie, nor a something that He should change His mind.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
We call that a contradiction.
God
Oopsies.
failed again. So if God doesn't change His mind and He's unchanging, should you change your mind if you are to emulate God?
Well, yes, don't you? Instead of going left, you decide last minute to go right.
What?
I'm serious. Or, sometimes you're like, I'm going to go to this thing. And then last minute you're like, nah, I don't want to go. You know what I mean?
Like a party, like a big party.
Yes, exactly.
And like and in fact, what if you did the opposite way and you say like, I'm not going to this thing, but then you sneak away and you go to it.
Exactly. You know exactly what I mean. Sometimes you got to change that mind. And you know what? Thank you for pointing out that is also, that's God inspired. Now I never have to stick to anything ever again. Thank you for setting me free.
Prophetess, you're so funny. I love
Jed,
having
this
you up
host
here.
is taking an L. Quit.
Thank you, Jed. I found you. Jed said, Sarah, I found you today for the first time and I love listening to you. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Today's been like a really good day. Happy New Year, says Jed. Jed, I'm going to put that in the box, in the God box. It's done. In fact, I did it retroactively for you. You're incredibly intelligent and well-spoken. Thank you, Jed. Keep them coming.
Too bad it doesn't save you here.
It's true. When I get up against someone, a real woman of God, I can't defend my position.
Exactly. And you know what? All of my answers are given to me by God. That's why they sound so clear and well thought out and not at all on the cuff.
Extremely consistent, too. Extremely consistent.
Right? I didn't even need to read the Bible for this stuff.
For real. I've been bringing new verses, and you're like, I don't even have to care. It's impressive. I'm getting L.
Right?
Exactly. I'm
Exactly.
getting L host. I'm sorry, everyone. The Holy Spirit is trouncing me.
Hard to beat. I tell you. Because, like the whole thing, free will, the first sin, I mean, you got the people that say, oh, well, bad things happen, so God can't be real.
I'm already
but
not
it's
even.
like, hello,
I already don't even believe bad
Eve
things
ate
happen.
the apple.
Exactly.
What?
I already don't even believe that bad things happen. I'm understanding it a little bit more. I finally get it right. The problem is it's a privation of good.
What does that mean?
Well, okay, I'm gonna blow your mind because it's starting to make sense. It's just starting to make sense. If God is all good and God is everywhere. Wait, hold on. I just defeated the argument again. Be a privation of
Oh,
good. How can
no.
there be a privation of good if God is everywhere? This doesn't make any sense. I'm having doubts.
Welcome to the dark side.
What? Hold up. I thought you were the dark side.
We're brown colored Play-Doh over here.
You know, I have no comment on that.
See? Look, I got you speechless. I tell
You
you,
shut me down.
God is good.
I didn't lock in, and instead I went flying out of the roller coaster as it went around the loop-de-loop.
Yep, and it's always going to be that way because you cannot wrap your brain around it. It does not make sense at all. But listen, it's the answer, and that's what we got.
Happy last out of the year for people that live in the future. Too far
That's
in the future,
me.
not too far in the future because you'll already be into the new year. So no happy last hour to you. I'm sorry you missed this by being time travelers.
Happy last year to you on Tuck Tag. Future gang.
For fuck's sake, why are people getting arrested on It's Jesus Street? It's time to organize, people.
Wait, what?
I don't know, on YouTube chat, somebody's saying people are getting arrested, and it's time for us to do something about that. Joe says 3 p.m. 1st of January here. Sorry, Joe. You traveled too far in the past. You missed the whole new year. That sucks for you, but I don't know what to do for you.
All we can do is pray. That's it. Only thing in our power.
It's true. It's true. We can't, but for the grace of God, therefore, and in perpetuity.
Like, what am I going to do? Go up to someone and say, quit, stop getting arrested. No, that's up to God.
Yeah, absolutely. When you see an injustice happen, you get on your knees and pray, because there's no way that you can ever stop anything from happening in God's plan. So either he wants them to be arrested because they're evil, or he doesn't want them to be arrested and they'll get out. It's just how it works.
Hallelujah.
Wow. That must be the Holy Spirit, because I didn't believe that before, but I believe it now. That doesn't make any sense, but I believe it.
You're welcome. A job well done on my part. El host.
Sorry, Scott. I am pretending.
Quit running,
other people's
host.
imaginary
Stop.
friends.
Host, you're running.
Wait, where did? I'm not running. You're running. Oh, that deserves AI. The AI saw it. It's booting up. It just takes a second sometimes for the AI to boot up, and then it has to like find, it like processes.
Where
There it
did you
goes.
run, oh Christian? Where was the Spirit?
I didn't kick you. I didn't kick you.
Why
Talk to the mods.
run from my simple questions? Don't you have the answers in your book?
Talk to the mods, priestess, prophetess. I didn't kick you. I didn't run. If you're not on the panel, maybe your God kicked you. Didn't like how you're representing him. I'm losing faith already. It is the top of the hour. Hey, Critically Crystal J. Everyone follow Critically Crystal J. Crystal does awesome live streams, I think every day. Often around the same time that I go live. So it'll give you like an option. If you're like, well, I feel like a Crystal J day. When you wrote he's inclusive of FTP and 1312, I'm like, file transfer protocol. God is the ultimate FTP. It's top of the hour, 8:22 p.m. on the Pacificest of Pacificest of coasts. Prophetess is Deaconess's child. Who's Deaconess? I haven't given any shoutouts in a while. Thank you so much to Sunny for the heart me, Hannah Grace for the heart me, Mr. Zeke for the heart me, Lathe of Heaven for the heart me and go popular, Schley with the heart me, Mia with the heart me, Slice with the heart me, Alexander with the heart me, and Lacadian SR with the heart me, and a 2026 times 4. Oh my god. Everyone, be cool. We have a guest. Be cool. Be cool. Hey, what the fuck? I mean, how you doing? What's your age and religion?
Hey, what's up, man? How you been?
Pretty good. What's your age and religion?
38 and I'm a Christian, born again.
Nice. You ready to leave that?
Nah, pal.
New year, new you?
I don't have a choice.
You were forced? You're like being held against your will?
Absolutely. Haven't you read the Bible?
I have. That's how I made my choice to leave the cult.
Yeah, you were never of us.
What does that mean?
If you were, you would never. You don't have the choice to leave. That means God is sovereign. You do understand that in the almost hundreds of times that the Bible speaks that God is completely sovereign. Have you ever looked up the definition of sovereignty?
Does it just show God's picture next to it?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, why should I believe that hogwash?
That's just what the Bible says.
So I should believe it because it says.
I think that you are blind. You know the part in the Bible where it says, "If you have ears to hear,"
Mm-hmm.
you don't have those.
I'm sorry. Can you speak up?
Yeah, you know in the Bible where it says, "If you have ears to hear," you don't have those.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble hearing you. I don't have any ears to hear.
Exactly.
What'd you say? My ears are gone. They disappeared or something. Is guest
And you're
talking?
also blind. You're also blind as well.
It's guest. I can't read the chat anymore. What's
You
happening?
don't have eyes to see.
What's happening? I can't see. What's happening?
Oh.
Chat, guest, what's happening? Can somebody tell me what's happening? I can't hear. I can't see. What's going on? Is this a curse?
Just have a seat.
I'm already sitting.
And
I am already sitting. Wait, I heard you. I heard you.
And know that you're not in control because you're not sovereign.
Are you sovereign?
I'm not sovereign, no.
So you're not in control either?
No.
What do we do? What do we do then if we're not in control? What do we do? Just ride? Just take the ride?
Well, would you say that you have free will, sir?
Well, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Why'd you
Put your ears back on?
No, I mean, like you said a
No, put them on back on again.
You said a weird thing, and I don't know who you're referring to.
Well, free will?
No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, no, we don't have free will. It's obvious.
Oh, so you are a Calvinist?
No, I'm not a religious person. Just a determinist.
Everything's determined, right?
Well, I'm a determinist. Calvinists are determinists,
right.
But I'm not all Calvinists. Not all determinists are Calvinists, but all Calvinists are determinists. Does that make sense?
That makes completely sense.
Right.
So who's determining the determined world?
There is no who. That's a miscategory. That's a category error.
Okay, if something's determined, that means it has an intelligent understanding of where it wants to be determined.
No, doesn't have to be intent for something to be determined.
Sure, it does.
If I hit a pool ball with
then nothing would be determined. It would just.
If I hit a pool ball with a pool stick and it hits the other pool balls, was it determined in which direction they would go by the previous cause?
Listen to me. There is no maverick molecule. Everything is
I agree. I
determined
didn't
by
say
something
anything
who's
about did not
determined.
say anything about a maverick molecule.
Yeah, so what I'm telling you is that there would have to somebody would have to determine it to be the way it is.
Can you show me why I should believe that?
Well, that's what I mean, you call yourself a determinist. Have you looked up the actual definition, sir?
So you did it again. I'm not sir, actually. It's madam or miss or ma'am. Any of that stuff will work
Okay,
fine.
miss, I'm sorry. I completely apologize. I didn't know. Should have asked.
Well, it's on the background, right?
Completely missed that. But from now on, I'll refer to you as she or her,
Thank
Sarah.
you.
It's
Thank
fine.
you so much. Determinism.
Not a problem.
The doctrine that all events, including human action, are ultimately determined by causes external to the will. I don't see anything in that about it being like with intent. Some philosophers have taken
And where are
determinism
you
to
getting
imply that.
where are you getting your definition from?
Looks like Oxford Languages.
I'm sorry, you cut out. Oxford what?
Oxford Languages, so the Oxford Dictionary. Some philosophers have taken determinism to imply that individual human beings have no free will and cannot be held morally responsible for their actions. I don't take that view. But I do take the view that we have no free will, and I don't think that determinism has anything to do with intent. If you think that it is, you could try to convince me that I should adopt that. If you think that it does require intent, you can convince me that I should adopt that definition, but I like this definition that I think is more concise and makes sense.
Sure. I'll do that now. So you're basically in a state of your inclinations right now. And you're only determined to do sinful things. In other words, if you say you have some type of will to do it and it's determined by sin. That's the whole concept of Christianity. You're determined to sin and always always have an inclination towards sin, and that's why you're determined to be going to hell. To be honest with you,
I'm going to ask you,
you do understand that, right?
ask you to define determinism now, because I just defined it, and it sounds like you forgot what it means.
You do understand that, right?
I understand. I don't understand.
You're in desperate need of a savior, right?
I actually don't understand. Let's talk about hell. Let's talk about hell. Why am I going to hell?
Well, you sinned from a young age, right?
No, never sinned. Not once.
You've never sinned?
Doesn't exist.
I mean, it exists in a secular concept. That's why we have courtrooms.
Oh yeah, we try people for their sins.
Yeah, unaliving people.
Do you want to think about the words you're saying?
Yeah, I do. I've already thought about them.
Yeah, who talks about sin in the legal system? Can you show me a law that refers to sin in our legal system?
The law is an understanding of what the society thinks is sinful.
I don't know that you have the boots for this hike. It's really unfortunate we don't have another guest because you're kind of like unable to keep up with me, and I'm going so fucking slow. I am like, put on the brakes
you're real smart
so
or what?
hard. I don't know what it is. I mean, that's for you to determine. Jeffro points out that those are crimes and not sins. Interesting point, Jeffro. Interesting point. Yeah. Jordan says sin doesn't exist in the legal system. That is true. That is true. That's what I've heard. And so, like, this is kind of like one of the crux of the argument that the guest needs to, like, know what the fuck they're talking about if they're going to make claims. I'm sorry to... I'm older than you in some way. It's the new year. Maybe you're, sinning a bit yourself. Yeah, sin is a religious concept, and we don't exist in a theocracy yet. Yeah, Darwin, if you want to come up, we can talk about how sins are crimes and God's judgment. I'm going to jump to the end. I'll give you give you a hint about how the conversation will go. God isn't real. You can't sin against something imaginary. Think about it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. English isn't your first language. I can be a little bit rough with people as well. I really expect. What do you mean wrong account to hear? What? No, you're good. Yeah. I've learned that I think that I'm actually pretty good at speaking. So I think I don't know. I don't know. Is hacking a sin? Where does the Bible say that? That's a good question. Let's see. How would I justify that hacking is a sin if I were a Christian? Theft sort of thing, right? It's going to be like well, God doesn't like you to steal. Hacking is like stealing because it's not your property. Maybe it's covetousness. How would I feel bad about that one as a Christian? When I was a Christian, I felt bad that I was making an RPG video game on my calculator. That's crazy. I was mad. I felt that God was mad at me because I was making something that involved magic and spells, and like RPG tropes. Meanwhile, God's turning sticks into snakes. God's turning water into wine. God's walking on water. What else? Parting the Red Sea. Animals are talking. Angels are showing up. All this shit's supernatural and magical. But I was so paralyzed by the idea that I was doing the wrong thing. That my heart was away from God because I was reading and believing in foreign gods. It's true. It's true. It's the kind of nonsense that this religion makes people believe, and I think it's harmful. Because now I don't have that game. It's just a memory in my mind. And I'm probably never going to ever fucking program on a TI-86 again. Succubacy, excellent point. Necromancy, blood magic, fucking crazy stuff. If I had made a game about sacrificing somebody, would I have felt like better about it? Is that like a more appropriate game than the one that has Thunder 1 and Thundara and like shit and just ripping off of Final Fantasy? Golomancy? What is Golomancy? Like making a golem come to life is my best guess. Golomancy is a magical discipline focused on animating animating objects like clay, stone, or metal to create sentient or semi-sentient constructs called golems. Yep, dead on. Fucking nailed it. Oh, yep, sorry, talking to YouTube. Got the tubes. The tubes are tubing. Oh, let's see if the Twitches are twitching. Anybody new? No. How do I get rid of this message? Nobody new on the Twitch. It says I have a viewer, but I think that's my camera viewer, actually. So that's not that. Let's read more of the Apocrypha from the Mythic Dawn Commentaries, Volume 4. Deny not that these days shall come again, my novitiates, for as Maroons threw down Lig and cracked his face, declaring each of the 19 and 9 and 9 oceans free, so shall he crack the serpent crown of the Cryodils and make federation. You can tell it's divine because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Am I right? This is from the Mythic Dawn Commentaries, Volume 4, Ancient Tome. It's an Apocrypha. It's not in the normal Bible. The tick is talking. The tick is talking. We've got 18 talkers that are ticking. And 7 tubers that are hewing. All will change in these days as it was changed in those, for with by the magic word Numantia a great rebellion rose up and pulled down the towers of Kim El Garig, and the Templars of the upstart were slaughtered, and blood fell down like dew from the upper wards down to the lowest pits, where the slaves with maniacal faces took chains and teeth to their jailers, and all hope was brush fire. Your dawn listens, my lord. Let all of the Arbus know itself to be free. Maroons is come, there is no dominion save free will. Oh my god, if they put this in the Bible, there'd be free will. Boom. You would have it. I wouldn't be... There's water bending, in the Bible, with the Red Sea, right? That's funny. We'll finish this up, this chapter. Suns were riven as your... sorry, mouse is in the way. Suns were riven as your red legions moved from Lig to the hinterlands of Chill, a legion for each get. And Curry was thrown down, and Jaff was thrown down, and Hormigil was crushed with cold salt, and forevermore called Hor, and so shall it again be under the time of gates. Nothing but woe for Nirn, which has become the pit, and 7 curses on its dreg, the verm Nimmock, but for it the crusades would be as my lord's creation. Get by the ge, and do as thou wilt, of no fetters but your own conscience. Know that your hell is broken, people of the Arabus, and praise the Numantia, which is liberty. Moving words. Moving words. Oh, I think we've got a... TikTok is mad. It wants me to do a puzzle. Crusades mentioned. Do you like the Crusades, Darwin? Do you want to reconquer the Holy Land? Oh, you're crazy. Oh, it's so sad. Your profile picture is so cute. Got some trivia about this this apocryphal text. The first letter of every paragraph put together is midday sun. Looks like it was a clue that they used in ancient times for some kind of Mysterium Xerxes. I don't know. The letters of the Daedric alphabet that appear at the top of the page translate to Gartok, a word that is used in the 36 lessons of Vivek, as well as Mythic Dawn Commentaries 3. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Man, this shit's crazy. But if you put it in the Bible, you'd have free will, because it talks about it. Nowhere in the Bible, in the canonized Bible, either by it could be in the Ethiopian. I haven't studied all of the Apocrypha, but no Bible verse have I seen that says the words free and will together. I've seen plenty of Bible verses that suggest alternate ideas. Potter and the Clay. Ringing the bell? This is so boring. Where is everybody? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying so hard. If not following the law of the land is sin, sin changes when you cross a border. Exactly. It's arbitrary. It doesn't make sense. Sin is only about following God's laws, and God doesn't exist, and therefore sin doesn't exist, and therefore Usually the cult. Bible never said for us to pay taxes. Whatever. There is one line in the Catholic Bible in Ecclesiastes that says free will. What if the border crosses you? So like in the USSR and Soviet Russia, border crosses you. No, Mr. Zeke, I'm boring. Not getting my New Year's Eve on. These are all my friends. I don't know if that's good or bad. Anti-religious live. Yeah. I'm looking to help Christians leave this faith behind and meet me in reality. If we're talking for YouTube chat, if we're talking Apocrypha, we've got telekinesis and seemingly teleportation and flight, of course. I know that there's in the book where they talk about one of the martyrs, but they don't use it. I think it's Enoch, maybe Book of Enoch. No, the Book of Thomas, right? The Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Infamy. It's the book about the young Thomas. And so in that book, they talk about a martyr happening, and then they talk about a cross flying around, I think, and talking. No joke, in college, me and my friends threw a Bible, Torah, and Quran in a bonfire at the same time. Oh no. Triple burnt, triple hell. You don't have any way out. Justin's cheat sheet? I don't. I need to get a hold of that, actually. It would probably make me a lot better at this. Usually, like, I think of, like, the general idea, and then I Google it, and I find the verse, but it's really hard because, like, the apologetics fuck everything up so bad. So many things in the book are, like, if you misunderstand it slightly, then you're talking about a different story. Books are physical objects. We're not burning all the books, T. You can calm down. If somebody burned the books that they own, I think it's okay. Christians burned a lot of Harry Potter books. I'm fine with it, but they did it. Scientology. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, you gotta lean into Scientology now. You've gotten rid of the Abrahamic religions, you're stuck with that one. That sucks, but it is how it works. In the Acts of Peter, he challenges a false prophet to a wizard's duel. Slice 78, is it your birthday? On New Year's? I missed this. Where did you say this? Happy birthday, Slice. Christians have been burning books and people for ages. Do you think that burning people is better or worse than burning a book? I wonder. Like, I'm not advocating for burning all books, and I don't think you're probably not advocating for burning all people, but do you think, Slice, don't dogs yourself. 84 represent. Your birthday is, I'm not going to dox you. Scientology killed God. I think scientism killed God. That's what I keep hearing from the Christians. Scientism. We're all scientisms. I've run out of things to say. That's unfortunate. Oh no, someone messaged me forever ago. I meant to talk to them. Oh. Has anyone gotten a split tongue? My friend said that they want to get their tongue split, but it's really painful because it's not a legal surgery, so you can't be anesthetized and anesthetized. Wife is out of town. I'm on TikTok on New Year's Eve. Oh, Dirty Roger. That's unfortunate. Did she have work or something? You could be living it up. No, this is living it up. This is the best place to be. Trust me. That's why it's full of so many people. 7 people on tubes, and 18 people on the bar. Tickly tar. I can see why Joel does this. It's really hard to like care about saying things correctly, and it's more fun to just do it. I found split tongues very interesting, but it's illegal to do in my state and the surrounding states. It's legal in some places. Believing in no God is worse than believing in a different God. Go figure. Why is the split tongue illegal in your state? That's what my friend also said, so it sounds like it's illegal in my state. I think it's just like probably painful and I don't know, maybe it has a high chance of hurting. Yes, click the like button, helps the algorithm, share the live, smash the likes, hit the It sucks when you're the host because there's not going to be like somebody coming to save you. Hit the bells. Yeah, you could be notified every time I go live. You could be annoyed by me. Also, if you have money that you want to give to me, there's lots of ways you can do it. Just saying. I got link trees in bios. I've got cash apps and what do you call it? It's the subscriptions and memberships and all the things. Patreons, everything is set up. Everything is ready for you to give me money. And in exchange, you will get stuff like, if I get any bigger, I'll keep shouting you out. You might like that. I don't know. You get things like Discord. I have a Discord that's very inactive, but you could be the one to make it active. Oh, it's so hard to sell things that suck. I mean, oh boy. Oh boy. I forgot that's one of my atheisms is to stop saying that phrase. But oh girl sounds really strange. Okay. Well, nobody's coming into the box. The last person we had was like crazy. There's no good reason for it to be illegal, in my opinion, according to the other person on YouTubes. But it sounds like my opinion probably too. For an informed technician, it's no more dangerous than many other legal cosmetic procedures. That sounds true to me. I don't know why. Like, we know enough about the body. I doubt it's like the tongue is super mysterious. People do this somehow and they get away with it. Since I am very much in favor of full bodily autonomy for every person as long as they're not harming other people, I see no reason why you can't get your tongue split, ripped out of your mouth, whatever. Christians find it spooky. That's probably it. Mr. Tato, fellow atheist, good luck. I always get Christian trolls. Yeah, I've had a number of like pretty bad faith people tonight. Not a lot of like trolls trying to be funny, but just like people that aren't willing to. Yeah, I just get weirdos is a way to put it. I'm at some sort of a level where I get like the very strange esoteric beliefs. Darwin, are you mad about the way they said your religion? I actually saw like an interesting thing about how X-Chin and the X is and Xmas is all like canonical. Like Christians accepted it in the past, but how long was you Christian for, isn't it, Governor? I was a Christian for decades. It's hard to say like a number. I don't know an in and out date, but I can tell you I did my time. Thankful to be free. It's because I've been kicked out of all the other lives. That sounds true. All the good arguings going to the Justins and the Bible guyses. The Ians. I think Ian's not even been on for a little bit. Dan McClellan made a video on it. X is something in Greek that can mean Christ or something. That's what it was. Yeah. That's canon. True Christians don't follow the Trinity. I don't know what that means exactly. What's beeping at me? I got a new noise that happened. Why did I get that noise? It's happening still. Oh, it's Snapchat yelling at me. Nothing to do with the stream. I forgot I wanted to say Happy New Year to some people, and I missed my chance. They got to me first. You ever do that? Oh, that's long. I gotta look at that later. Sorry, I'm missing all the chats. That noise means you're awesome. Thanks, Meeks. Go do that boring BS. That is a crazy noise. Let me figure out how I can make that go away. Oh, everyone, I got a text from Katie from Legendary Pictures. 1 second and we'll look at that. I think it's from phone mirroring. It's pretty sweet. Okay, let's check this out. We're now reading my spam. We came across your profile and think would be a great fit for a part-time remote role. This will help YouTube users and well-known video blogger increase traffic. Flexible hours, the work is simple. Pay. The daily wage is between $200 and $600. You could earn an extra $700 for working 3 days. Benefits. Free training plus 15 to 20 days paid vacation annually. Currently, we have 20 openings. You will receive payment immediately upon completion of the work, and all payments are made on the same day. If you're interested in joining us, please text the following number, and then there's a number. So, interesting. They came across my profile, but they don't seem to know my name. I was hoping it was going to end like the other ones that I've been getting lately that say to like send them a resume. It's wild. Don't send people resumes that text you. If they found your resume online, they don't need your information. It's fucking crazy. It's better than a smoke alarm beep. True. That's true. Darwin, the wages of sin is death, and I suppose that's why you want the Crusades to come back. You're a psychopath. Boop, boop, ba-doo. Oh, I need to see what my friend was saying, though. Okay, let's see. Need a new thing to keep us entertained. You're almost in 2026? Nice. I'm almost in 3 hours to 26. Still happening. There's just no stopping it. Snapchat is unstoppable. Why is VLC open? Does not seem necessary. I don't know how it's doing this. I disconnected my phone. Okay, let's see. New topic. What are all the topics in there was this sketch on SNL called Coffee Talk. Does anyone remember this? And there was like Mike Myers would play this woman, this like Jewish lady basically, and Linda Richmond, that was her name. And she'd have this, she has like this talk show, and she had certain things she just always said. She'd always say she's getting verklempt, and when she got verklempt, she would tell everyone to talk amongst themselves, and she'd give them a topic, and so she'd say, what fucking, why is the internet so terrible? I just want to hear
My daughter Rob. Okay, it's Mother's Day. And my daughter Robin did not show up. She's getting married, and this year she's visiting his mother. So now I'm sitting here, Elaine Vierstein, alone like a dog. Thanks a lot, and out with the garbage. They take bows, and you're batting 0. I had a dream. I dreamed it for you, Robin. Now I'm getting a little verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. The radical reconstruction of the South after the Civil War was neither radical nor a reconstruction. Discuss. There, I feel better.
Oh my god. That's so funny. I actually don't know if it's supposed to be like a Jewish impersonation or like a New Yorker impersonation or just like a Jewish New Yorker. Because I think they kind of meld, in my mind, the persona of like a New Yorker person is also kind of like Jewish, I think. I don't know if is that anti-Semitic? I don't know. I hope not. I think it's just that there's like a lot of Jewish culture in New York. That might be kind of what it is. Happy New Year to here. Happy New Year. Do we have like a Happy New Year? Oh, this is some sort of a live show. Oh no, somebody in the comments just wrote context. You're not allowed to do that. The AI might see it. It also might not play because of capitalism issues. I think the AI missed it this time. Oh, I keep forgetting that I don't need to use that site. I should just close it because it just confuses me. Okay. Oh, the AI found it. Oh.
Don't you know that the answer's in the context? You're never gonna get it with the context. I don't know what it means either, but the context. The answer must be hidden in the context. Don't ask me what the context is, but all I know is it's context. I'm down to 3 viewers on the YouTubes. I'm sorry, YouTube. I let you down. Context submit to Rome? Darwin, you silly so-and-so. Maybe we should call it. Love hanging out with y'all. Submit to Jesus Christ, not the Pope. T, why should anyone submit to Jesus Christ? That's what I want to know. Good night to here. Have a good sleep. Jarab, thank you for the New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year to everyone who is celebrating right now, who's in the future. Oh, I don't know what he should submit to. I don't think anyone should submit to anybody. That's what I'm saying. For reasons unknown, the name lives on Christ. I don't know what that means. But I guess it's in the sentence. Reasons unknown. Got a real active discussion in the TikTok chat. For all that's doing for us. Let's see. Any good highlights from the year? I think I met some nice people this year. That's my highlights. Darwin wants to unite and fight the heretics. That's what's wrong with the cult. You see? What's wrong with the cult is that it turns people with like cute
doggy profiles into like psychopaths that are like, we should hurt these people. Whoa, a lot of stuff happened in the Livestream channel. What happened? New Year's stuff? T, I have a secret to tell you. There's no God. I'm sorry. I know it's the new year, so it's probably like gonna be tough. You're like, wow, right at the beginning of the year. Right at the beginning of the year, you find out. I'm here for you, though. I'm here for you. Darwin, same. Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult to come to terms with if you really believe that a God exists, and then to come to reality and realize that there's just no evidence for that. You put away the childish things, start living in reality. Yep. 2,000 years of Christianity just fallen. Why is my prompt only against Christianity? Good question. Good question. The prompt is specific to Christianity because I was a Christian for decades, and I know it really well. And bonus cherry on top, Christian nationalism is ruining my country. True fact. True fact. And so I want to help people get out of this cult so that we can destroy capitalism, destroy religion. Did I put attack and dethrone God? That goes first. Attack and dethrone God, destroy religion, destroy capitalism. Those three, that's my priorities. And so if we attack and dethrone the Christian God, yeah, of course. No, I know you like Christian nationalism, Darwin. You're crazy. Your brain's like cooked. But if we could attack and dethrone the Christian God and get you all to stop believing this nonsense, then we can extract religion from our society, and then we can get rid of capitalism because you'll stop believing that hierarchies are so important. That's the only reason we have capitalism. My brain is big and smart. Yeah, Christian nationalists have big, smart brains. Sucker Pussy is going to peg God. I like it. I'll attack, dethrone, and then we'll peg. Hey, Plants and Gender, good to see you. Happy New Year. Yeah, smart people are often declaring that they're big, that their brains are big and smart, and that's how they justify their craziness. Bullshit. You may not believe a religion, but you never asked why, to whom. I never did. I never asked why to whom. The best economical model that is good with Christianity is distributism. I don't know what distributism is. Is it collectivism? Distributism is an economic theory promoting the widespread ownership of productive property like tools, land, and businesses to create an ownership society, contrasting with concentrated wealth and capitalism, state control, and socialism, emphasizing small family farms, worker co-ops, local economies, and anti-monopoly policies to empower individuals and communities. Well, that's not Christian nationalism. It aims for a robust middle class with economic independence, allowing more people to control their livelihoods through personal ownership rather than being wage laborers for large corporations or the state. That's just anarchism. I don't understand how this isn't communism. What's distributism? How is it different than communism? Distributism versus communism. Distributism and communism are fundamentally opposed, with distributism aiming for widespread private ownership of productive property, a third way against capitalism and state control to empower families, while communism seeks collective state ownership, abolishing private property. I wouldn't agree that it seeks state ownership if you were to take the idea that communism doesn't have a state. Abolishing private property for an egalitarian class society, viewing distributism's private ownership as a capitalist flaw, even if distributed. I mean, I can't argue with that. Why would it not be a flaw? Distributism promotes family-sized farms, small businesses, and cooperatives. Communism provides state-run industries and collective farms. I mean, I guess if you're going to take communism to be like, I don't think even any countries declared they were communist. They just had communist parties. Doesn't matter. Well, that's an interesting way to look at it. I don't think I like it. I don't know why people need to have private property. I'm not sure that I see the reasoning for it. Communism is from Karl Marx Zuckerberg. No, my ignorance is definitely willful. That's why I know so much fucking shit about this nonsense. It's because of willful ignorance. I obviously have never learned anything about Christianity. I've never looked anything up because I just refuse to learn. I am constantly dragging my heels. I'm saying, Christianity no good, it no real. And then you all say, oh, I have so many arguments for you. And then I say, I'm willfully ignorant. I refuse to learn. When you were a Christian, did you ever have answered prayers? No. And neither did you. Fun fact, no one's prayers have ever been answered. 100% guarantee it. That's one of the many things you can feel secure in when you believe that there is no God. When you believe that there is no God, you can finally stop worrying about, are you really saved? You can finally stop worrying about if you did a sin. Christians are out fornicating tonight. How would you explain answered prayer? Yep, probably coincidence. If you have a paper or some kind of data that indicates that prayer is answered, I'm willing to look at it. You never refused. You're seeking attention through it. Only one thing unforgivable, willful ignorance. You caught me. You fucking nailed me. It's real clear what I'm doing. It's not one big coincidence. I'm not sure where you got that from. But if you have like data about it not being coincidental, I'm willing to look at it. However, you might want to talk to Sparks because they've determined that I'm not willing to look at it. So there might be some friction. I've been informed that I am willfully being ignorant, and so you might bring me evidence that I will simply refuse to look at. It's hard to say what will happen. Maybe it's God's plan. Forgive me, I don't judge. Yeah. It's more of like, Sparks, have you looked around the room for your brain in any time? It may have fallen out. I think like sometimes Christian brains might overheat, and maybe you take them out to let them cool off, and you forget to put them back in. I think that happens. Oh, we got a guest. I'm sorry, Llama. Finally, right? Shut me up. Llama, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. What brings you to the stage?
I just think that you're right. For Christians, it is time to get real. We need to stand up against all of the trans and the
So bigotry brought you to the stage. Beautiful way to ring in the new year. So why do you think that
well,
you
this
should be in a
is-
cult that makes you a bigot?
well, it's not bigotry. It's actually going against sin.
Right. Do you know what bigotry is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's possible that you could go against sin, but it could be bigotry?
Well, the thing is, what you're doing is just an action, and you can stop. It's not who you are.
The live?
No, being gay or trans or whatever you are.
Are you able to stop your actions? Or do you think they're determined?
Yeah. I can stop any action I want.
Why would you do this?
Do what?
Make a fool of yourself in front of like so many people.
I'm not. I'm saying that you can stop anything. I can stop.
Oh, no self-awareness. That's unfortunate. So why are you in the
I can
cult?
do. Yeah, like I'm in the cult, as you
Mhm.
call it, because I want people like you to stop being brainwashed and stop being in a cult. Actually, I need you to stop with the manipulation of children in schools, right? We need to put an end to that.
Interesting take from a Christian. Do you know how much sexual assault is like child abuse insurance churches have to take out?
I'm not sure, but I'm surprised that the LGBTQ doesn't have its own insurance policy because they definitely need one.
Wow, it's crazy, right? Like I live in reality where your harmful cult has that.
That's a lie. I mean, that's a lie of the Satanists to say that priests are.
Are you familiar with
PDF
projection? Are you familiar with projection?
Yeah, it's what the LGBT.
So like how long have you been in the closet?
I'm anti-gay.
I know your position, but like how long have you been hiding your sexuality?
I don't hide it.
Yes, you do. You're very clearly gay.
Clearly I'm not.
Succubus, is this guest gay and projecting, or am I?
If I was gay, I would reject it and I would turn against it and I would be a Christian and live my life for God.
Exactly what I said you're doing. So you admit it.
I'm not doing that, but if I was gay, I would do that.
Right, which is what you're doing.
No, I'm straight, so
Can you
it's
prove that?
no challenge for
Can you
me.
prove that
For
you're
you,
straight?
For you, it would be a challenge,
For me, it'd be a challenge.
right? To
Can you prove
that.
that you have a brain in your fucking head?
I think all humans have brains in their heads, so it would be easy to prove that, yeah.
Are you a human?
Yep.
X to doubt. Can you prove you're human?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm speaking English. Only humans can speak English.
I don't know. You could be some kind of like a homunculus. Are you familiar with what a homunculus is? Homunculus?
No, what is that?
Yeah, it's like a created creature, like a monster, kind of like stitched together from different creatures. They could talk, kind of.
It's in your imagination type thing.
I mean, I could be talking to one right now. It's hard to say, right? Anything's possible.
Anything is possible, yeah.
Yeah. Do you believe that all things are possible with God?
I believe that, yeah, you can be a normal person if you just put your mind to it.
Why don't you pray for it?
Because my prayer won't necessarily do anything. I think you need to pray for it.
I think you mean because your prayer necessarily won't do anything, actually. That's the words you're looking for.
Actually,
Necessarily doesn't work.
God won't make you straight. You need to make yourself straight.
Does God desire that I be whatever you are? Is it God's will?
No,
Would you say that's God's will?
I don't think he wants you to be what I am, honestly.
Would you say that's God's will, that I become like straight, heteronormative, whatever you're trying to tell me? It's really unclear because you're so like unsure of what language. Like you're not very
I would say
smart. You
it
don't
is
have like a
God's
clear
will.
grasp of language.
Right. I would say it is God's will.
Okay, it is God's will. What did Jesus say would happen if you prayed in His name? What did He say? I'm struggling to remember. Can you remember?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, but your prayers will be answered.
You don't know what Jesus said?
Not what you're talking about. No.
Yeah, like classic
What are you
Christian.
talking about?
Well, we will find it.
Oh, so you don't even know what you're talking about. You gotta look
I
it-
just don't know the exact passage, but I want to show it to you because you won't believe that it's in your book because you've never read it.
Well, you didn't say it properly. You're looking it up.
No, I said it exactly right. I said, what would
Just said
Jesus
some
say? What did
random
Jesus say He would do if you prayed to Him in His name? Like it's
Well,
a
that's
clear
not in the
question.
Bible.
It's not in the Bible?
No. Not that I know of, sorry.
Do you think if it were in the Bible, you'd go to hell for heresy?
No.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Let's see. Let's turn on
Not a
Bible.
requirement to memorize the Bible.
Yeah. On that day, you will ask nothing of me. What is he saying? There's a couple of times he says this, actually. I think there's one in Matthew. Let's see. When a woman is in labor, she has pain because her hour has come. When her child is born, she no longer remembers the anguish because of the joy of having brought a human being into the world. So you have pain now, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you. On that day you will ask nothing of me. Very truly I tell you, if you ask anything of the Father in my name, He will give it to you. Until now you have not asked for anything in my name. Ask, and you will receive, so that your joy may be complete. This is a good example.
Yeah.
So what can Jesus do if you ask for something in His name?
Yeah, so He will give you anything that you want.
Cool. So why don't you pray that I become heteronormative bullshit like you, and then we can get on with it, right? God can save me and I can become a Christian. Just pray for it. It's God's will, and He will do anything you ask for.
Because you are not gay. You're just doing this gay action.
So you refuse to pray because you don't believe me, but you still come up to harass me.
No, I'm telling you that you're not gay. You're just doing a gay action every day. All you have to do is stop doing that action. What makes you do that action over and over again?
It must be my sin. Can you pray, or do you not believe in your fucking God, you piece of shit?
No, like
Can you pray, or do you not believe in your God?
No, because it's not about pray. God, when you pray to God, it's not you asking Him to do things for you. If
Why do you say that?
To stop, because if you say, God, make me stop lying, God will say, no, you need to stop lying.
So Jesus was lying.
This is what it's all about. You need to stop lying.
So Jesus
I'm not
was
gonna
lying.
Stop your lying for you.
So Jesus was lying.
No.
What did Jesus mean?
You are taking it out of context.
Tell me the context.
You literally have to scroll through. You didn't read the whole Bible. You don't understand.
I got to read the whole Bible to understand the context of the lie that Jesus told? Can you provide me the context that makes this true?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to read the whole Bible. If you don't, then you're not going to understand.
Hey, Lucky, I know that you're like probably stupid, but you can wait your turn. I'm talking to Llama right now. They've been here for 10 minutes. We'll do a kick pull at 30 minutes. Llama's got me kind of frustrated, so I'm taking it out on you, Lucky, but don't comment in there like as if I'm running from you. You're just sitting in the guest box. Like, I know that you're full of yourself because you're a Christian. So listen, Llama, Jesus said that truly I tell you, if you ask anything of the Father in my name, He will give it to you. So what did Jesus mean by this?
So Jesus will help you to not be gay, but you have to put some effort too.
Interesting.
If you don't put in effort, it will not work. It's not just a genie.
I don't want to change, you piece of garbage.
You don't want to change, and that's why you're not going to change then. Don't you
Yeah,
understand?
I don't change if I don't want to change.
Exactly.
But why don't
God
you
is
pray?
not gonna, God, because
Hey,
God
fuck
doesn't
face.
force you to
Fuck
be
face,
spiritual.
stupid piece of shit. Why won't you pray to your fucking God if you think he can help you? You don't think so. You know it in your heart. The God's not real. He's not
I
there.
pray to
He
my God
never
every day. What are you
responds.
talking about? And
He
God
never
does help me every
responds.
day.
Take down the
God
live.
every day responds in my life.
Take down the live.
It's not a genie where you could say, take down the live. Like, that's
Why?
not God.
Show me the scripture. Show me the scripture that that's not God.
Well, right there, right in front of your face, you need to read the whole thing and not take it out of context. And then you're going to
Show me the context.
But you're going to have to read more than just one paragraph.
Very truly, I tell you, if you ask anything of the Father in my name, he will give it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
You say exactly, and then you say no.
Yeah. To a believer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Are you a believer?
To a believer.
Are you a believer, you stupid moron? Are you a believer, or do you even know that?
Are you a believer?
Why don't you take a guess?
Hey, moron, are you a believer?
I want the chat to notice how the guest has now tried to pivot to like just mimicking me and mocking me because they're unable to do the magic trick that their God said that they would be able to do.
It's not going to work with unbelievers. Simply that. Are you stupid or something? Is your brain not fucking clocking? It's not going to work with non-believers. I've said this 30 times. Are you stupid, dude?
So when you pray, it doesn't work because I don't believe?
Just because you're gay doesn't mean you're retarded.
So when you pray, oh, that's unfortunate. Slurs, sweetheart. I know they were slurring all over the place anyway. Hi, Lucky. What do you want to do? What nonsense are you going to do?
Cosmology and contingency.
That sounds lovely. Are you a Phil bro?
Am I a what?
Are you a philosophy brother?
No, I'm a cosmology major and theology major at the University of Yale.
That's actually pretty interesting. You might be fun to talk to.
Yep. So I just want to ask, what is your belief on, not more specifically religion, but if there is a God or if there isn't?
Okay, cool. So I think that it is possible, only because it is non-falsifiable at this point, that a God exists, right? It is possible that a deity created the universe and set everything in motion and fucked off, or that the deity is actively tormenting us in some way. There's just like any number of different possibilities there. But it's also possible that it's an eternal universe and there is no God. And I kind of lean towards that. Ultimately, in the end, it doesn't matter to me whether or not a deity exists because I can't pinpoint it to any practical reason to believe it.
Right. So you said the universe is eternal. Is that what you believe?
I said that I believe that it's one of the possibilities and I lean towards it. I see no practical reason to add external entities.
Yeah, me personally, I disagree with the universe being eternal only due to the fact that
I'm surprised. You believe
majority of cosmologists and scientists actually disagree with that and agree that the universe had a creation. That's where majority of the people actually come with the Big Bang theory.
I would love to see the stats on that. You believe that the majority of cosmologists... let me please restate so I understand the claim clearly. You believe the majority of cosmologists say that the universe was created?
Yeah.
Okay, show me that claim.
Yep, I got you. I'm pulling it up for you.
Awesome. Sparks, I have news for you. God doesn't love anybody because God doesn't exist.
That's your opinion.
That is actually a fact.
Do you have a stat for that? No, it's your
Fair
opinion.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, here we go.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so Stanford, so you'll go to Plato, which is plato.stanford.edu, and then you'll see cosmology theology.
All right,
and it will give you the stat for them.
Let me check this out. So Plato.stanford .edu, is that what you said?
Yes. Yep.
And then / what? Cosmology?
Yeah. Entries and then cosmology-theory.
Cosmology-3?
Theology.
Oh, -theology.
Yep.
I think I typed it wrong.
You're good.
Typo in Plato Stanford. Yeah, I typed that wrong. 1 second. Cosmology and Theology for 2011, substantive revision 2021. As long as humans have been trying to make sense of the universe, have been proposing cosmological theories. Furthermore, the notion of a deity often plays a central role in the cosmological theories. According to most monotheistic religions, God is the sole creator and sustainer of the universe. But the last 100 years have seen different sorts of cosmology, scientific, without running afoul of demarcation. The notable characteristics of scientific cosmology are that it uses the tools of mathematical physics, it is formalizable, and that it makes precise and testable predictions. What has the new scientific cosmology to do with traditional, often theistic cosmologies? Has the new cosmology replaced the older cosmologies? This is a very long paper. Let me see if there's a conclusion. Overview, creation of the Big Bang. Where's the stat?
There's not a... So what you'll find is if you go and you search majority of cosmologists' belief on the universe is created or not, you'll see that you have philosophy A level, University of Oregon, obviously the one I gave you, which was Stanford, which was one of the first ones.
Wait,
I
hold
popped
on.
up.
I'm lost. I'm lost. What were we looking up? What were we looking up?
I got you. Majority of cosmologists' belief on if the universe is created or not. So
that's the name of the paper?
What you want? You what?
That's the name of the paper?
That's just look up that and you'll have a bunch.
Why don't
of
you just
sites
look
from
up
different
that?
colleges.
Why don't you just look up that?
I have it. I have it pulled up right here on my computer.
Right. So where's the stat at?
There is stat. So there's not going to be an exact stat because you can't actually record an actual number on it. But
so the claim is false. So the claim is false.
Hold on. Let me finish. I'll let you finish. Let me finish. So what you'll find is philosophy A level, University of Oregon, Stanford, and all these other colleges and philosophers that all will agree saying that the universe was created, right?
Mm-hmm. And how do I know they all agree on this?
So you agree. So you
no,
hold on.
I said
hold
on. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up. I don't.
Let me finish. So you just agree with me.
I didn't just agree with you. I'm dropping you. This is going nowhere fast. This is the problem with Phil Bros, right? This is the problem with Phil Bros. It's so fucking tedious. Yeah, I don't need to let him cook. He was burnt to a crisp. That's fucking nonsense. I asked you, you've made a very specific claim. I confirmed the claim with you. You said absolutely we're going to get this stat. We pulled up a paper. Suddenly the stat's not there. Suddenly the stat's not in the paper. Suddenly we have to do a general look at the different things. We have to research ourselves and find out which people are saying what. And then when I simply said, because I'm listening to you, I wanted to indicate that I was paying attention, you started crashing out that I agree with you. This is classic, like Philbro nonsense. You saw that I had pinned you immediately. You were done before you ever arrived. And then when I wanted to interject and ask you some follow-ups about the crazy things you were saying, you wanted to simply say, well, you just agreed with me, and so therefore we're done. It's bad faith. It's dishonest. And it's incredibly stupid and like, I don't think anybody is impressed. It's nice that you go to a nice school, and it's nice that you're learning a lot of stuff about philosophy. World where I live, Christianity isn't real. And philosophy isn't going to help you prove a God exists. John Brown can't even answer simple. Not John Brown can't. John Brown in the in the YouTube chat can't even answer a simple question. Caller sucks. Agreed. I typed that stuff in Google, and the only thing that came up was no one knows. Caller is BS. Agreed. I didn't want to play their game of searching it up for them, doing their fucking homework, because so many of them make us do this. But we'll do it now, because I'm not afraid of seeing what stats might exist. Unlike Christians that have to lie, consistently lie. Christians, by the way, I want you to notice how often Christians lie. You lie, your pastors lie, every one of you lie. Think about that. Think about why you have to tell so many fucking untruths. Really think about it. Let's see. So the claim was majority of cosmologists. I think they were saying theologians too. Yeah, I'm sure theologians believe that the world was created, but that's the universe was created. That's fine. Believe universe created. The vast majority of cosmologists believe the universe originated from the Big Bang. I'm familiar with this claim, not the claim they made. An event 13.8 billion years ago when all matter and energy were compressed into a tiny hot point that rapidly expanded, colloquially known as the RAP-X, creating space, time, and matter supported by evidence like cosmic microwave, background, and redshift. That's interesting because the AI overview is mistakenly saying creating. The very beginning and what came before remain active research areas. And that's why you shouldn't say that it created space, time, and matter. We don't know that it did that. We only know that it put it into the state that it's in today. Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to. Did I say? I did say the big. I said the Big Bang. I know that gets the chat all hot and bothered. You got to say RAP-X. Yeah. So you look it up, easily debunked within a few seconds. No big deal. But I wanted to show like that was just how dishonest they were, right? Like philosophy major comes to me and says, I guess I said they're like cosmology and theology major, whatever. They seem to be dabbling in philosophy. And they come to me and they say, I have a very specific claim to make. And I say, oh, let me just make sure that I understand your claim. They say, that is the claim. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's look at the paper. Oh, we look at the paper. And the paper says nothing about the claim. Suddenly, we're looking for different claims. We're looking for different things. Suddenly, you agreed with me. You agreed with me. Search about the fine-tuning argument. No. Fine-tuning is not convincing to me. Here's my understanding of fine-tuning, right? Well, there's the better argument that is kind of like fine-tuning is the teleological argument, right? I think that's the tag. Teleological argument for God, which is that everything is seems to be contingent. Can you think of something that's not contingent? And so then you say the universe is contingent, therefore God. It's, I think, dishonest. We don't know if the universe is contingent. Everything seems to be contingent on the universe. That is true. But we do not know if the universe itself is contingent. We don't have anything else to look to for that. So then, you have to get into like a more specific dialogue about, the placement of the planets. If we were in this way or that way, different. Usually the theist wants to say that things would be impossible to be a different way. The problem with this is that it could not be your God doing it then. If it is impossible for the universe to be a different way, then your God cannot do something. He could not make the universe in a different way. He had to make it this way, which means he was forced. He's not all powerful. This defeats the idea of the theistic God. It's a little bit more difficult with a deity God, like a deist God. That's maybe not all powerful. Maybe that they had to do it this way for some reason. But it doesn't give me much confidence that they did. Right? It lowers the probability in my mind. And then finally, the fine-tuning argument that, that the universe is very precise. I don't believe that it is very precise. I believe the universe is the way that it is, and that it possibly could not be any other way. And in that case, it's as precise as it has to be. Other iterations that were less precise didn't work. Other iterations that are less precise had different outcomes. It doesn't show that there's a creator. Darwin, you've been slammed. The other fine-tuning argument is one about like natural things, about like more about the world. Look at the trees. This is the worst form of the fine-tuning in the three forms that are the Pokemon fine-tuning argument. So the Pokemon of fine-tuning argument, look at the trees, and look at the trees is laughably dumb. It's one of the worst things. Can I repeat again what I said? You didn't listen. Well, it's on YouTube. You can go over to my YouTube at Pink and Blue Shark, and you can listen to it there, and you can hear it over and over again. It's the beauty of the internet. Entered the stagehand, quoting, thinking they were wise, they became fools. Is that a Bible verse or something else? Like a play? Your stagehand, is it from a play? Cosmology doesn't prove God. Tag doesn't prove God. Apologetics don't prove God. I agree. They don't even come close to providing evidence. Scripture doesn't prove God. Maybe you should do what most of you people do. Charlie, you want to come up and tell me what most of my people do? I bet you do. I bet you the Holy Spirit wants you to. The fine-tuning argument is more about the probability of how a universe would be this precise without intention. Right. So why do you believe that it could be any other way? Tag is the teleological, I believe, argument for God. Is that what the T stands for? KJS, is that King James Version? It is a verse. Thinking they were wise, they became fools. Interesting. Is that about Christians? That sounds right. Hey, Llama, fuck off. Stop requesting up. It's banned, so I can't write it out. Oh, that's sad. Why would they ban you? Why would they ban the things you want to say? You're like a good Christian person, right? Why would you want to write banned words? Thanks, Llama. I have been waiting for you to do that. Not a Christian. Oh, just a bigot. Well, that's great. We will mute you and block you and report you. Because I don't care about you. You're not, this isn't for you. I did just assume because you had the same, the same demeanor as a Christian. Just an educated guess. T and tag is transcendental. Thank you. It's not teleological. What is the teleological argument for God, and what is the difference between that and transcendental? The transcendental argument is basically that you can't ground metaphysics without God. Is that what it is? Let's look up tag. Transcend. Like I'm not like super well versed on every version of the apologetics or whatever. But they're usually pretty easy to just argue against as you go along, as long as the person is in good faith and they they want to take it nice and slow. It's not too hard to dismantle these silly arguments. The transcendental argument for God, tag, is a philosophical and apologetic argument claiming God's existence is a necessary foundation for logic, morality, science, and meaningful experience. Yeah, this is like the worst argument. It's the worst one you could make. So what's the teleological? That's the one where everything's contingent, I think. What I want to know is why isn't that tag? Look at logic, aka tag, is a far worse argument than look at the trees. That's a good point. At least you can look at the trees. That's a good point. I feel like look at the trees is just so vibesy though. Like tag at least attempts? No. Like I guess it doesn't really attempt much. Exactly, Darwin. There is no objective morality. I agree, 100%. No objective morality. It's good to see you getting on board with that. If every single person kept the 10 Commandments, for example, no lying, no adultery, no murder in cold blood, no stealing, no jealousy, keeping the Sabbath holy, honoring your parents, etc. Yeah, what would that do for us? If every single person kept the 10 Commandments, what do you think would happen? Would the world be a better place? No, it would not. No, it would not. So the problem is, right, that y'all keep the 10 Commandments until you don't. So much of your cult conflicts with itself. It's impossible to know what you should. So even if every person attempted to keep the 10 Commandments, I think there'd be too much conflict anyway. You wouldn't know how to resolve some situations. Let me ask you this. The ICE Gestapo is coming to your door. You're hiding an undocumented immigrant, right? And ICE shows up and they want to take them away. They're demanding that you tell them, do you know where they are? What do you do? Contingent argument is one of Aquinas' arguments. Sounds like it. That guy. I don't like the church fathers. They give people too much oomph. What is the word? Like moxie. Like you shouldn't have so much moxie about these things down. Like okay, dumb's a strong word, but you know, it's philosophy, it's thought. It's not proof. It's not like if it meant that God was real, if the contingency argument could prove that God were real, do you know what would happen? You'd run the contingency argument and everyone would believe that God was real. Yeah. The idea that everyone is simply misunderstanding what you mean and that you're just still secretly right, that doesn't make any sense to me. That seems like a pretty arrogant way to go. I just see lots and lots of problems in all of these arguments, and when I point them out, there's lots of like, well, you have to assume this, you have to assume that. Joke's on you, the Christian is the one that called the Gestapo to come over. Wah, wah. Yep, it's true. That's what it would be. Andrew in the YouTube chat doesn't have a lot to say about that example. Let's throw out another one. I'm abiding by the 10 Commandments, but I'm starving to death under the Trump regime. The food prices are very high and I have no work. I have to steal to feed myself and my family. Oh no! That goes against the Ten Commandments! What do I do? The world is in a fallen state. The world, in fact, would be a better place without sin. Sin is the cause of death and disease. Andrew, fucking get wrecked. If you're gonna just throw out word salad in response to my very obvious critiques with your fucking worldview, I have nothing else to say to you. You're not even talk to you over here. So now I'm just talking to comments, and your comments are nothing. Vacuous, empty platitudes that mean nothing, do nothing. Your God is worthless and powerless. It makes me happy how little power your God has, because you feel it. I know you feel it deep down. How insignificant you are because you wish there was a God. So much to make that not true. All the examples are a result of sin. Interesting. So if we all live by the Ten Commandments, there just wouldn't be a need for theft. When would that occur? Would it happen immediately? Or do you imagine it would happen? Because right now, we do have hunger. Right now, your God's not providing. Despite words that he said in the book. Let's see. Jesus had something to say about that. Let's look it up. Jesus, does God feed birds? Something like about the birds. 6:26. Matthew 6:26. Oops. Levitical law. Don't want to read that. Not the Old Testament. Oh, get that away. Look at the birds of the air. They neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, and let your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? So I'm curious. Do we have to before Jesus' words come true about this? Or is it like a given? Andrew, I want you to notice that the problem is that you made a claim about something that's not true. I debunked it very, very easily. And then you had to lean on, well, but the world's not the way that it should be for the world to be the way that it should be. It's circular. If you believe that the Ten Commandments, the following the Ten Commandments would lead us to not sin, how do we get to the Ten Commandments if we keep sinning? It's not occurring in this world. This is a fallen world. That's why God came in human form to save everyone that would ask to be saved. Oh, that's a beautiful story. Actually, it's fucking disgusting. But what does that have to do with any fucking thing? Oh boy. What is the question? The question is why do we need to follow the Ten Commandments? Do we need to follow the Ten Commandments for God to feed us like the birds? Or is it like, does God actually care about us? Oh shit, that paper the person had earlier. I got the inside scoop. Thank you, Lilith. From a historical point of view, there have been little correlation between religious views of scientific cosmologists and their proposed cosmological models. From an epistemological point of view, there are numerous obstacles to claiming that the Big Bang confirms the hypothesis that God. From a metaphysical point of view, God's hand is not manifest even in Big Bang models. These models have no first state for God to create, and these models have no time for God to exist in before the Big Bang. From the paper the person presented. Ooh, boy. Let's see. Jesus is a failure considering this is still a fallen world. I agree with that 100%. God does care, and so do I. That's wonderful. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Andrew, I know what you can do. I know what you can do, even over on YouTube. I want you to pray. I want you to pray like you've never prayed before, like you believe it will work. This is the one I'm looking for. John 14:13. I think earlier I found the wrong one. It's just where Jesus reiterates it. We'll get some context. Because you're going to be crying about it. So these are the words of your Messiah, right? And he's giving you some instructions. He's got some words for you. And he says, "Do you not believe that I am and the Father is in me?" Think about it. Do you believe it? "The words that I say to you, I do not speak on my own, but the Father who dwells in me does his works." Okay, so God's speaking through Jesus, so listen up. "Believe me that I am in the Father and the Father is in me. But if you do not, then believe because of the works themselves." All right, so you don't have to believe, don't take his word for it. You can look at the miracles that he's doing left, right, and center. "Very truly, one who believes in me will also do the works that I do. And, in fact, will do greater works than these, because I am going to the Father." I'm not entirely sure why that kind of like relates, why he says you're going to do it because you're going to the Father, but I guess you will. I guess that's, because of it. And this is the crux, right? "I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son." That's probably not like literal. Jesus probably didn't know what he was saying. We'll read on. "If in my name you ask me for anything, I will do it." Wow, he's doubling down. Huh. So Jesus says he's got the power of God. He says that he'll do anything you ask for in his name. Weird. I thought, like, what? Why aren't Christians getting prayers answered? Happy New Year, Egg Lang Sign. Central Time Zone ringing in the New Year's. Yeah. Andrew, that has nothing to do with talking about. You're so deep in the cult, you're unable to track. I'm not even talking to a person. I'm just rambling about your fucking book, and you can't track it. I want, like, if you're not a Christian, somehow, in my life, and not a Christian, and not already an atheist, but you're thinking about it, like, should I join these people? I really hope that it's clear from the way they behave. It doesn't give you anything. It doesn't give you anything of value. It makes you angry, hateful people. It makes you stupid and willing to do anything as long as somebody tells you that, it's for God. It makes you a puppet. It makes you unable to think critically, at the very least. My mistake was thinking that anything actually means anything. It's called a mistake. It's true. I wonder if when you go to the Bible school, if they say, "Now listen, you're going to read a lot of words in these books. I'm going to need you to not take them literally or think about them too much, and just kind of like regurgitate what we tell you they mean." What do I want to know? I want to know why Jesus said that you can ask for anything in his name and that he would do it, and why you don't do that. That's what I want to know. Seminary teaches the truth and to tell congregations. Does it have like a oh, where in that verse does it say if it's God's will? I've been looking, I'm not finding it. I've been told the context for this verse is that there's lots of context. You just have to read everything else. Andrew, Christianity is not about joining a church, it's about a personal relationship with God. Everyone, I believe Andrew might be a bot. I'm not sure what's going on, but I think they might be just like a robot. Mezzo's live. Mezzo's playing music, everyone. Raid Mezzo. Look for Mezzo Music on TikTok. I'm not sure if he's on YouTube. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm eating a Pop-Tart. Yes, Sparks. Manifest yourself. Manifest in Mezzo's live. Yeah, hey J-Rab. Yeah. Mezzo is on. It's why AI is so popular with Christian apologists. Copying other people's shitty arguments is what both of them do. It's true. I think that Christians are a lot like AI. They're always talking about not being robots, and yet they all want to be like Jesus. Make it make sense. What do we say? Oh, say Mezzo Raid. Go to Mezzo and say Mezzo Raid. Okay, thank you everybody. It's been wonderful. Have a happy New Year, and no tube steaks though. Yeah, no tube steaks. But Mezzo, should try watching him on TikTok if you can. Yeah, so say Mezzo Raid. Everybody, thank you for the live and the gifts and the support. I appreciate you being here. I'll be on tomorrow. I doubt I'll be on again tonight. Don't worry, Pink. You seek guidance through this debate. You don't understand. God loves you. Yep. 100 years from now, Christians will worship a metal Jesus. I'm not sure what this is referring to. Oh, with an AI inside. Oh, I get you. They will. Okay. I heard Joe Rogan talking about this, and I don't know if people take him seriously ever. It seems like people do for some reason.
Both of them? You want this cuckoo only or both of them? Dun, 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 dun. I do love this. She's really gorgeous. SP is my favorite IP in Walmart.